everybody, happy Friday and welcome to Pencils and Parsecs, the show where we play the Star Wars Edge of the Empire role-playing system here on Hyper RPG. Thank you so much for joining us, part of Sci Friday, Hyper RPG's wonderful line of content, all delving into sci-fi on Friday. It's thus you get it, or you'll get it. Anyways, thank you for joining us. If you're new, man, we have a treat in store for you. If you are a regular audience member, I guess, thank you for joining us again to see how more trouble these people can get into. Anyways, Pencils and Parsecs, it's the Star Wars role-playing show where you guys at home can affect it by using bits, tips, tweets, and subscribers. They all have different point values, and you can indicate that with either hashtag light or hashtag dark, depending on which way you want kind of you'll see a meter at the bottom of your screen that go into. And that will affect the game both as huge galactic stuff that's happening in a storyline and also directly with the players. And for example, last week we ended on Dark Side Tier 3, and now enemies can only be killed with critical hits. So
with a
triumph. With a triumph. So that's kind of interesting. So I guess without any more dilly-dallying, let's all go back to a galaxy far, far away. Yes, it worked. All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I am so
yes.
happy to be here and happy to see you all. How are you guys doing?
Great.
I'd be doing better if we weren't gonna go into some major enemy territory with basically impossible to kill them. It's fine. I don't shoot things too often.
Can we
so.
wait a day? How do we
like
affect the
Oregon
galaxy?
Trail.
Do we
You
know
just
the
take a
galaxy's
rest.
like that? Yeah, can we just camp out?
Yeah.
We're gonna wait outside for 24 hours.
This is a role-playing game, so yes, we could do that.
Would be really exciting, folks.
What do you do? I'm still sitting. All right, you wanna? Okay. No.
Can I dream on purpose?
I am very excited to get into the next thing, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to jump into it. That being said, I'm going to start the clock for the meter. Fun fact: you guys can't see the time, so
Nope, we can't.
No, we don't know that.
Nope,
at all.
that's
So for everyone watching at home,
We have no idea. We went 8 hours last week.
Yeah.
None of us, we were all getting tired and hungry.
The sun was coming up.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah.
They have everything's closed off here.
officially started. Everyone watching at home, that timer is going to click down from an hour mark. That's where we're going to pause the game, resolve whether or not it's in light side, dark side event. So last you guys kind of experienced a very interesting team building exercise with your new recruits. You have met Randall's reinforcements, as he put it, that
Right,
showed
but they
up.
didn't even know Randall. It seems like.
Already light side.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
tensions were high. I'm not gonna lie, tensions were pretty high. Understandable. You guys were been betrayed on a bunch of different occasions.
It's been a pattern.
Yeah, it's been a pattern. So
It's happened to
reluctant,
us a lot
but,
lately.
you were thrust into adventure when you guys answered a call
Yes.
for some local farmers. Now, it was very interesting because you guys have done something similar, and
It went horribly, actually, the last time we did something like that. So I was afraid that's what was going to happen again.
I just wanted to punch things.
Yeah.
you did.
And I
You
did.
definitely.
You did.
Yeah, you punched
some
a lot of things.
things.
But you know
Definitely
what?
did.
This time I think we really did some good.
Yeah.
We did some
Killed a
good.
dog.
Yes.
Well,
A regular dog too, not like a giant.
How many
Yeah.
dogs did we get? Was it 4? Four?
but that one family dog
like a
also.
family.
Like
yeah.
that's right.
we unintentionally
Yeah.
killed
The child's
a lovely
dog.
domestic
Right.
dog.
Listen, the family had already abandoned the dog,
You know,
so
the good news is you didn't then punch the family dog over and over.
Right.
And over.
Very true.
we didn't
So-
actually kill it, just mortally wounded it.
Yeah. But then
Did it die?
well, I mean, you could, I guess, go check up on the family later on. That's always a thing you
Did
could
it have
do.
like space rabies? Like is there
There
like
is
a twist?
definitely space rabies,
Okay.
and it originated with the Gungans.
You can trace everything bad in the Star Wars universe back to a Gungan.
So you guys are back at Outpost Randall, which is his house that's been turned into your kind of place to hold up and formulate a plan. You've come up with a plan, and you have decided that you're going to move forward with infiltrating this Imperial base. So after kind of a night of getting to know each other, after the incident at the homestead, you now are in the kitchen area of Randall's house where he has this holographic display. Again, this image of this Imperial base that you need to infiltrate. So you see this mountainscape with this base that's built into it, and there's still an Acclimator class ship that's there, that's landed on the ground, and there's troops and supplies ferrying back and forth. And you've formulated a plan. Blue Stripes, Captain or Sergeant Cool Blue Stripes, may have gotten a little bit drunk the night before.
Yep.
Wow, yeah, that was harder than I had imagined. But no, I'm waking up. What was the, refresh me, what was the plan? What are we doing again today?
We're going to invade the former rebel base that's now heavily occupied by Imperials.
Yeah, but we're wearing uniforms?
Well,
Yeah, I
how
think
many aliens do you know in the employment of the Empire?
Yeah, that's a good point. So then they're just gonna hide in the back.
That's correct. We're going to hide them in the back of this cargo ship, which has, a lot of space for cargo, hence cargo ship. And we are going to pose as Imperial officers to infiltrate the base. Once we are inside, we will keep the Imperial officers distracted until we locate what it is that we're trying to get, and then we strike.
Yeah, so it's coming to me a little bit slower than normal, but wasn't there like a contact though that we're supposed to meet in? I remember Randall saying that there's somebody undercover in the base that we were supposed to find. How's that fit with our plan?
Do you think I was listening to Randall when he was talking?
That's a good point. The guy doesn't seem like he makes a lot of sense. All right, so we're just gonna go in and we're gonna find this thing, and it makes sense to me.
That seems like an important bit of information.
Yeah,
Was there a contact?
I don't remember.
Honestly, I'm still waking up. It's a little bit foggy.
Stripes.
I remember him saying something, but whatever. We'll wing it. We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried.
Even if he did mention a contact, can we really trust Randall at his word?
That's true. And on top of that, it's
Present company excluded, of course.
yes, of course. And I mean, do we really want to trust somebody who enjoys communicating with Randall enough to be considered a contact of his?
I don't know what reason he would have to set us up. But since I don't recall anything about a contact.
We've never needed Randall.
That's true.
We can do it our way.
Yes. Nothing's going to change now, and if we get in there and find ourselves horribly, terribly lost, who knows? Perhaps this contact will reveal him or herself.
All right. Well, let me just grab my gear. I think I got something for this headache, and I guess I'm ready to go whenever you guys are. Herc, how are you feeling?
Fine.
Good,
Yes.
buddy. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Herg is also essential to this plan.
That's right, because we're going to turn him over to the Empire.
That is correct.
Because he threw kids, and there's a whole town that's angry at him,
Yep.
and
We'll look like heroes in the eyes of the Imperials.
perfect.
It'll help add a little extra plausibility to our plan and also explain why Imperial scout troopers might have seen me with Herg. But he was driving, so I was kidnapped if they ask.
That's right. I forgot about the whole you running over some scout troopers. And
Yeah.
shit. Yes.
Does
Okay.
that mean I have to give up my vibro axe?
Well, we'll hide it on the ship,
Okay.
but you're going to have to go in without weapons.
That's okay. I can handle myself. As long as I have my mitts.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get ready. If you guys need a minute or two, that's fine. I'll be right back, and then I guess let's do this. Let's
All right.
find this thing, man. I don't even fully know. It's like an artifact, doomsday. He starts to walk back into the Randall's room, which is unfortunately it's less of an odor is coming from it now, but it's still a little bit of a stank. He's just mumbling as he's walking into the door closes.
And what exactly are we looking for at this base?
I can't entirely recall.
He said an artifact.
Yeah.
What type of artifact? If we're there and we see it, we need to know we're seeing it.
I think maybe we should revisit this contact thing.
Do we have a way to contact Randall?
Do we want to contact Randall?
The question is, don't we need to contact Randall?
I think
we don't have to believe what he tells us.
I think,
But the
unfortunately,
information can't hurt us.
yes, we do need to contact him and see if he can refresh our memory on what it is exactly that we're doing.
Well, it's not going to be me.
It's not gonna be me.
I'll call him. Do I have like a radio frequency that I can?
Yeah, his frequency code is a little bit
More complicated than
your
ours.
guys's. But you know,
It's 7.
Ours is 4.
Right.
you're all on it now. It's perfect. So you can move to the table where the
Yeah.
hologram is.
Yeah, I'm
Use it
gonna
as
try to
communicate.
contact him. Randall? No!
Oh hey,
We broke all of this.
how you doing? As you can notice, I have no glasses. You guys really did a number on those, didn't you?
Oh, it wasn't us.
Yes, just like I'm sure it wasn't you that lost my van or beat up my friend in Homestead and robbed her and started a riot. No, that's fine. What do I have this pleasure of talking to you?
We're ready to go invade the former rebel base, and we've got a great plan in place. You sent us great reinforcements. They're coming in with us. They're going to be a great asset. We already know we're a great team. So if you could just maybe refresh my memory as to what exactly we're looking for once we get in there.
Okay, so we're gonna back this up a second. So the reinforcements showed up. And they're both there.
Well, I don't really know what happened to Virgo. She stepped out.
You
Last
lost somebody already.
I didn't lose her. She lost herself.
Virgo was here last night. She left before morning.
Okay, so I hear Caleb, I think, in the background is that. So he's fine.
Caleb's here. Yeah, he's
Cool.
great.
Cool.
He's here. He's present.
So that's taken care of, I guess, minus the whole misplacing one of them. But that's, you guys, par for the course. Par for the course, Captain. Real good job. So if I understand this correctly, you've forgotten the entire purpose of why you're here on the planet?
Listen,
Did I understand that right?
Randall, a couple of things happened to us in between. You know, there were some.
I would
The
say
planet's
so.
being overrun by wild dogs. It's things are getting crazy on Dantooine. So if
Tell
you-
him, even though it's only been a few days, it feels like weeks.
Yeah, even though it's only been a few days, it feels like weeks.
Is that her? I thought I told Stripes to not let him inside the house.
It's hard to like tell a 9-foot cat person no.
Ask him if he misses his bed.
Do you miss your bed, Randall?
I'm very fond of my bed, yes.
Okay.
Good.
Well, all right. So because you've forgotten, and also let me is Caleb in the room?
He's here.
I am.
Caleb, I apologize right now for any sort of situations that these people have pulled you into. I was hoping they would actually be a lot better than they are. That being said, I have full confidence in you and your abilities to make sure that this is accomplished, and you'll be well compensated for it, of course. So to let you understand what's going on, because clearly the team that was hired to accomplish this definitely remembers, there's a artifact that is in the Rebel base that has been linked to a legend of a super weapon. And after, of course, we know the Death Star's destruction, we can't take these things lightly. So a crack team was thought to be sent on this mission. But now it's you and some people, because I don't know where that crack team went, because they're definitely not here.
Randall, what does this artifact look like? You say it's linked to a super weapon, but what exactly are we looking for?
To be honest, I don't know. My contact inside has that information. If you guys are heading towards the base, I will reach out to them and make sure that they know that you're coming. That said, I'm pretty sure you guys destroyed the cargo lift.
No, it's not destroyed. Destroyed is a very strong word.
So the plan is what exactly?
Well, you know, Herg has made quite a name for himself here on Dantooine, and not in a good way. So we're going to turn Herg over to the Empire. Myself and Cool Blue Stripes are going to be and done some damage to it in the process. I really think, you know, the crashing of the vehicle really adds a lot of credibility to this story. And then Kalev and Io are going to hide in the cargo hold of the cargo ship, and we are going to distract the Empire. We'll find a way to break Herg out of prison, and we will rendezvous with your contact and get what we need. And then at that time, Kalev and Io can break free and shoot guns and get us out of there if we need to.
Roll
Who
your
is
charm.
this contact, Randall? How will we know them when we see them?
Real quick. Roll
Oh,
your
okay,
charm.
perfect.
Oh, sure.
I got so many ranks in that now.
So this is going to be a 4 difficulty.
Okay. 4 difficulty. Okay, perfect.
And he already has
And
a
then there's going to be a natural setback. So a natural black dice because Randall really doesn't like you guys.
Right, except that I have this little skill called Kill with Kindness that removes a black dice.
Well, what do you know?
And I'm gonna go ahead. You know, I'm gonna take all 3 of those boosts.
Do it.
And you guys are locked in? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay, that didn't go super great, but not the end of the world. Okay, so
Oh no.
those go away.
I have a feeling Bert doesn't have a lot of dice right now.
What?
Goes away.
What?
I ended up with 1 advantage.
No, you're going to stick to the plan that I created because, unlike you, I put time and effort and money into formulating this plan. I hear he's not out of the house yet,
Loudly. I'm laughing loudly at that.
but I do like this plan of turning Herg over.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you proposing that we should dress up 2 alien species in Imperial uniforms and try to invade a base? Have you seen many non-humans in the employment of the Empire? Oh, brilliant and genius Randall.
I appreciate the compliment. It goes a long way. But as you know, there were more humans available until Aaron left you. So he was part of this original plan. Also, as I had stated, you guys are bringing cargo in to the base, and the cargo was going to be the aliens in your group for work. I didn't feel it was necessary to tell you that because, like I said, I came up with a brilliant plan, and you've seemingly destroyed it at every step that you
I
possibly
actually
can.
literally don't understand how my plan is any different than your plan, except for the fact that we are adding the bonus of turning over Herg, which just makes us look better to the Imperials.
I agree. We'll stick with my plan, and we will move forward with that. I will contact
Great.
our agent inside,
Fantastic.
and they will reach out to you when they feel like it is safe and ready. So for now, just continue with my plan, and I don't understand why we really needed to have this call, except for, Kalev, I'm glad you're part of the team. I apologize again for any sort of mishaps that happen with
Randall,
these folks.
I came halfway across the galaxy. The promise of work,
Yes.
which seems to be here. However, we need more information. Tell us something about your contact.
Oh,
The
so
last thing we want to do is break in there and blast your contact.
signals breaking up. I can't. Turns off.
I hate him.
Par for the course.
He doesn't seem as confident without the glasses.
That is true.
He seems unsure of himself. I would find it humorous if it wasn't our asses on the line.
It's still pretty funny, though.
All right.
We don't have much to go on. We don't know what exactly we're looking for. We don't know who our contact is.
Nope.
We don't know if we'll even get in. My kind of odds.
All right. I say we proceed with my plan.
I think the comm link is out. I think he heard that.
That's okay. I just needed to say it.
The door opens up from the bedroom, and Cool Blue Stripes walks out in Imperial uniform.
Okay.
And he goes, he's like, it's strange. The box that you guys picked up had these uniforms, but it didn't seem like any of them were really tailored towards, I mean, I found something that might work for you, but it's going to be a little bit big, I think. I don't know if any of these were planned with you in mind.
Did he have somebody else in mind to do this mission before us?
And you said that these were the uniforms that we were supposed to use for this?
That's what was with the cargo ship.
Well, I guess we'll make it work.
I guess so. I'm gonna go change.
Okay. So, yeah, all right, guys. I guess I know we're all gonna do real well out there. We're gonna work together. We're gonna get through this. There's gonna be some things that happen, maybe some conflict, but if we just keep our heads down and our minds cool and our hearts open and our blasters ready, and yeah.
Cool Blue, stop talking.
I get it. That was enough. This is the
Yes.
perfect amount.
No, it was too much.
It's the longest and most ineffective pep talk I've ever heard.
Yes.
Doesn't seem to hear you and starts to kind of walk outside.
All right.
I return dressed in an Imperial uniform that only sort of fits.
Is there anything we can do to adjust your outfit, Captain? Surely one of us must have some sort of
He's tailoring his
tailoring
skill.
skills.
I have a disguise kit.
What would that fall under?
How big is the uniform on her? Is it
It's
ridiculous?
Is it
not
noticeably?
ridiculous,
No.
but it's definitely not form-fitting.
Definitely.
So it's
ill-fitting.
noticeable that it doesn't fit her.
To maybe a very scrutinous eye, it looks
Okay.
like it might be a little bit
Right.
larger.
So as long as we don't encounter like any upper echelons, we'll probably be fine.
Can we search the house for space safety pins?
Yes, space safety pins.
Could do that.
Yeah.
Face feet pin.
Okay.
We're in a home right now. Maybe there's something we can use so
Yeah.
that we don't have that issue.
I'll check his bedroom. Nobody else go in there.
You walk in and it's it's dried a little bit in there, but it's a little pride in your own, maybe your own work, I guess. Yeah.
I take a big whiff. Good. This is my work, and I'm proud of it. I proceed to check his bedroom.
Okay, so if we're all collectively
Checking. Sure.
looking, go ahead and do a perception check.
Perception. Perception. It's cunning. What is the difficulty?
It's gonna be 2.
2. I will be locked in. I'm good to go.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Not gonna use any.
I wonder why. Okay.
Oh.
Sweet.
Boom.
So I got a failure with 2 advantages.
So you
What do I find instead?
looking around
Space safety pin.
for some sort of sewing kit,
Lightsaber.
and it's difficult because you've made quite a mess of
Yes.
Randall's room. But you find what looks like nothing that you can use to retailor it, but some level of like service clamps that maybe if you clamped it, it would work. But it's very obvious that it's not. You're not fixing the uniform.
Before I leave the room, I'm going to give it a fresh coat. So I'll be about 5-10 minutes. But
While
then
he's
I'll
doing
just
that,
share
can we
this.
search the rest of the house?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Would be the same thing, or we have to
Yeah.
roll for that?
So you're gonna do
Yeah.
perception,
Okay.
and if you want to
just
all assist him in it, you can add. It'll be
Wait, this is what I would normally get, but I'm a 2. cunning. So then I go to.
You go to 2 yellows.
Oh, shoot.
It's going to
We're gonna find
be
some safety pins, y'all.
2 purple,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then you're going to get a boost, so blue one naturally from them helping you look for it as well.
Just one for both of us?
Yeah.
And then we have some boosts we should use.
Yes, oh,
Use
for sure,
'em.
yeah.
Let's use 2 of the greens. Huh?
2 green.
Yeah,
Let's
take
do it.
them.
Love it.
We're doing this for safety. I don't want to die because of the damn unit. Or should I have locked in first?
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where?
Ooh, you're a Jedi now.
You got a triumph!
We got a triumph. We have a lifetime supply. See?
Ta-da!
Everything good.
So it was a triumph,
Yeah, with
success.
2
2
successes,
successes
and 2.
2 advantages.
So you start looking, scrounging around in like the main room, and you kind of push some furniture aside, and it looks like not only was there, you didn't find just safety pins, you found an entire sewing kit. It looked like this is where he does some sort, or presumably, you don't know why it's here, but there's looks like a full-on.
It's Randall crafty.
Yeah.
Does he do this on the
It's
weekends?
like yeah.
Randall,
Spin-
Randall
yeah, he
loves
can-
Space Pinterest. It's his favorite.
And there seems to be material next to it that looks like it could fit for some sort of, if you wanted to adjust the Imperial uniform.
All right.
But you move it aside, 'cause it looks like it's on top of some sort of box. And as you open up the box, there is it looks like a very neatly organized row of explosives, detonator charges that you can put.
Ooh.
Why it was underneath the sewing machine? You don't know.
Well, we'll take those.
Yeah.
For sure.
What did you find? I found some clamps.
It's
Clamps.
okay.
I think we
We
found
found
something
some
a little more useful than that.
Thermal detonator, some
Still
type of
gonna pop
explosive.
Yeah.
Do I recognize the type of explosive it is? 2?
It's 3.
3.
3.
We found 3 explosive devices.
You can try and roll if you want to.
To see if I blow myself up?
No. If you want to learn more information about it with.
Yes. Let's do that. Is that the same thing, perception again, or is that?
No, this is going to be.
This is gonna go under-
This is going to be.
Computers? No.
This is going to be Outer Rim lore, actually.
Outer
Oh,
rim.
Outer Rim lore.
Knowledge skill.
Yeah.
It's based on intelligence.
So if it's underneath, yeah.
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 1 on this.
Dang.
Based on intelligence or intellect, which is 3.
3,
so
good.
3, but 1, so I get 2
1
and
yellow.
1 yellow.
Yep.
Okay,
It's going to be 2 purple,
2 purple.
it's 2 purple. See if we know more.
and then you want to lock any of yours in.
Let's do 2 of the regular.
Boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lock them
We'll
in.
lock it.
I am locked in as well.
Okay. Meanwhile, I go.
Oh, I did. Those 2 didn't.
I know.
Did
that's
you?
what happened to me too. It's
So, okay.
terrible.
Yes, I
I
put
know, huh?
I'm not mad at you.
Okay, hold on here. So these cancel each other out.
Yeah. And those
And these
cancel each other
out.
out.
So it's just a success.
Nice.
Which is acceptable.
As you look at the box and examine it, you realize that these are charges that are used for mining excavation, specifically things that are used out in the Outer Rim in places that specifically, for example, would be like Kessel or some sort of mining place where they use detonator charges to either clear or collapse caves.
Wow.
Very nice.
So I inform the rest of the crew.
Those.
We have 3 charges. These are commonly used in mining. They're detonator charges. So we need to cave an area in. They're that strong.
I mean, those could come in handy, but why did Randall have them, and why so secretive?
Well, he doesn't have them now. We do. So we'll make
Listen,
them come in handy.
anything we can steal from Randall, I'm all about. So
And are we able to then repair the
I'm
uniform?
gonna have to get to tailoring this thing, I guess.
Who has the best tailoring skills?
I don't see
yes.
that listed on
The tailoring skill.
Mechanical skills.
Something that we all put experience points into.
I have a 2 in melee brawl. Does that count?
That would definitely not count. I'm gonna go with
Medicine?
no. This is actually gonna be
Skullduggery? Resilience?
Deception.
Coordination.
yeah. Let's go with.
Streetwise.
I'm gonna do deception because
Deception.
that's what you're
Yes,
trying
anything
to.
Yeah.
Deceive.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
How well can you counterfeit a?
Catch me if you can.
Who's got the highest on that?
Well, my cunning is naturally a 3, and I have 2 ranks in deception.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have no
Then
deception.
by all means, Captain.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's gonna be 3 purple.
3 purple. Okay, in which case, I'm gonna take 2 boosts. Yes. Because the force is, I'm one with the force, and the force is with me.
We will see.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm locked in. So.
Okay, great.
Yes. Of course you are. I have no deception because.
Oh my God, this happened to me twice.
That's what happened to me on the last one.
That's the worst.
That is not good.
Well, it's okay. I got a lot of successes. And I got 3 successes and 3 disadvantage. So I successfully tailored this uniform, but I like poke a lot of holes in my
Stick
hands.
yourself, yeah.
Yeah. So as you're kind of going to work on this, you're trying to think of the best way to recall this information, and part of it is just difficult because you're like, this isn't necessarily something that you
Right.
particularly are experienced with. But you get the uniform so that it's a state that seems to be more form-fitting. It's not as obvious.
Right.
But the work itself, again, is at maybe at a someone who was scrutinizing it would see the fact that there's some you didn't perfectly see this, but
Right.
it's more form-fitting and it seems to be adequate.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll just have to roll with that.
Captain, your hands, they're bleeding.
I'm not the greatest at sewing. It's okay though, because I have to wear gloves with this uniform, so
Oh, good.
none of the Imperials will see.
That is very wise. Captain is best captain.
All right.
So, door opens up again. Cool blue stripes. You guys good in here? Or are we ready to do this? Or
Yes, don't
Ready.
make any more speeches.
yeah, no, totally. You hear and of like a paper crumpling. No more speeches. yeah.
Your crumbling paper sounded like Optimus Prime. I was like, what?
The crossover.
Ride.
So then he leaves. He seems a little. He had something prepared.
When are we doing this?
Now?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. So we'll go out to the ship. We'll hide the 2 of you in the back. We're gonna need to bind Herg's hands.
Yes.
And we'll also hide your vibro axe amongst the cargo as well.
I will leave it in the care of Io. Take care of it with your life.
I was just about to say that.
I know.
There we go.
That's why we're friends.
All right, so we proceed to the cargo ship.
Okay. Cool Blue is already just in the passenger seat. He pushes a button. The back ramp comes down of the cargo speeder. You guys go inside.
We go inside.
Yeah, they go inside.
They're going inside, and then you're gonna jump in the.
No, here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm going to make Herg fly, but I'm gonna hold a gun on him. Like I'm forcing him to do it.
Okay.
Because I am not great. I mean, I'm okay now at space piloting, but I don't have any ability in planetary piloting.
Okay. So if I'm just painting the right picture, it is the Io and Caleb are going into the back where the cargo is. You're gonna have her fly, holding a weapon to him. So as you start to move in there, Cool Blue is like, should I jump in the back and have a gun on them, or
What
should
I
be up
want you
here?
to do, Cool Blue, is I want you to stand by. Obviously, you're gonna have to ride in the back because there's only enough room up front for 2, right?
Yeah.
And stand by with bindings. So as soon as we park the ship, you'll disembark. I'm gonna like hit her over, like I'm gonna like be really mean to him and kick him out of the ship, and then you're gonna come bind his hands.
Cool. Just give me the signal, and I will do that.
Okay.
Can I ask something about the back of the cargo vehicle that we're in? Is there anywhere to hide, or is it just open?
There looks to be some crates that are there. So in theory, imagine it where it's just benches along the side where you could sit on it as like a makeshift transport of people. But in the main bed is strapped down are different crates.
Are the crates large enough that we
We can
could
duck for
fit
cover.
inside the crates?
Or that, yeah.
I feel like when we arrive, they're going
Yeah.
to check the cargo if we're just sitting in the back.
That is very wise, kid. Very wise.
Yeah, you can open the crates and get inside of them. Yes.
What is inside the crates? Are they empty?
Are you opening them?
I am.
Yeah, we're going to need to. We need to
So-
know what's here.
No locks, and you just push a button, and you're hit with the smell of raw meat.
What kind of raw meat?
Smells. Well, you're in the front seat, but you can almost smell it wafting in, and
Don't
it's
I have any
smell.
enhanced senses?
yes. It's dewback. It's dewback steaks.
Not my favorite, but still.
There were two crates. They're both the same thing. Well, if we're gonna fit in here, is it set up where like we would get in with? I mean, do we have room to both fit in with the dewback steaks?
If you
or would we have to remove it?
You would have to if you were trying to fit both people in one crate.
No, we do two crates, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can fit. You could move the steaks around and be in there. Yes, you have enough room to be in a crate with the steaks, or you could take them out. I'm not telling you, but there is enough room. You're kind of assessing to push it to the side and maybe cover yourself with it if you were.
All right, well, silly question. If I were to lay with the dewback steaks, which would probably maybe keep me hidden more if they did open it, would I then smell like dewback steaks as I tried to infiltrate the facility?
You would assume.
Okay, so that's not going to work.
No.
So
Unless. No, I
should we
don't think.
throw the steaks on Randall's bed?
That's what I was just.
Or in his freezer?
Wait, what was your
no,
first
no.
question?
I thought
bed?
you'd like the first
Yes.
one. We need to remove the steaks at any rate. So
That's-
if we're
yeah.
coming back to this base, it's food for us. It's sustenance that we can have. So if we're ever coming back, we should throw it in his freezing unit or what have you.
Yes. How large are these crates?
They're decently large. Imagine it like the size of this table and up.
Is there any smaller compartment or crate nearby or something smaller that our stowaways can hide in, which then we can put inside that crate and stack the steaks on top?
Nothing that you see in the transport. Excuse me.
Does
Speeder?
Randall have anything in his home?
But you could go look at the
Does he
room.
have a garage?
There is no garage.
I think I have an idea. You said there are benches on the side.
Yes.
Can I modify the benches so that the bottom part of it will open up and we could hide in the benches, leaving
I like that idea much
leaving
better.
the crates there, so if they check, they're only going to check the crates.
So you want to make like a makeshift
I've had
smuggler's
experience.
kind of.
Yeah, like
I
a
experienced it.
window
Yes.
seat with a box that you can hide in.
You have tools. You can
storage
definitely
ottoman.
try.
We do have tools.
A storage
Yes.
ottoman. Let's spend a montage doing this. We'll help each other.
Wait,
I'll hand you
what
tools.
song?
Right.
It's this
Yeah,
song's
I was
all
gonna say,
about.
what song is playing?
Well, it'd probably be John Williams.
Seems appropriate.
But a lot of wipes.
Right.
So this would be a mechanics
It's Duel of the Fates.
safety.
Duel of the Crates.
Again with the crate box.
Boo!
It was right there.
Really go to that crate well.
Oh man.
All right, so this is going to be mechanics.
Okay, I have 2 on mechanics. And that is, sorry, I'm still figuring this out. Intellect, which is 3, so I'm going like so.
Perfect. And it's going to be 3 purple.
3 purple. We've got 1 regular boost. I think we should do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
We
locked
need to
in?
hide.
Yes.
No.
Using the 1 boost, and then we're locked in.
All right.
Cleaned out.
Yes.
I will use a setback.
That's 1 of these.
Okay.
Yes, right? Yeah.
What is with these blue dice today?
But you're a Jedi.
You're a Jedi, so it's all
What is up?
Nice.
He's actually a Jedi.
I've done it twice now.
This turns into this. It goes here.
All right, I'm trusting you.
Okay. So, you have a failure.
2 disadvantages
2
and a triumph.
disadvantages.
But he uses the Force to modify these benches.
So you start to go, you had a failure with a disadvantage with a triumph. Right?
2 disadvantages.
2 disadvantages, failure, triumph.
You start to work on this idea that you have for turning this into a kind of hideaway. And the more and more you start to work on it, the more and more you're realizing you just start messing up the metal. Like you're trying to weld these things open and then like have a latch system, and it just is not going very well. And not only that, it's broken, right? But as you're looking at this, you see that there seems to be like as you're following from the bench down on the grating, you're like, that's strange. And you lift up the grating, and it looks like despite having spent all that time kind of mangling with the bench, there naturally seems to be a hidden compartment that can fit 1 person.
Well, I've got good news and I've got bad. The bad news is what I was trying didn't work, but I did find a compartment that's large enough to hide 1 of us.
Who is the taller of the 2 of us?
I would want to say that it's, I don't actually know. I
How
want to
tall
say,
are
I think
each
it's
of you?
Yeah, how tall
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good
are
question.
Nautilans?
I want to say it's
Caleb.
Yeah.
This Caleb is the largest, okay. There's a whole, I have a whole blank
Yeah, I
section
also
here of
realized
my
I had
eye
a blank
color
there.
and all
It's
that-
really
all that fun
important.
stuff. What color are your eyes, Caleb? I have no idea. No.
We must find a mirror.
Roll for that.
Can it fit a person and
Yes.
a vibro axe?
Yes.
Great.
I don't mind also having my axe smell like meat if we need to cram that in there.
I don't know. Would it fit in a crate? Would the axe fit in a crate?
Yes, absolutely.
I
You
think the
won't be-
safer spot if it fits, if the space we've just found will fit 1 body and 1 axe, we put the axe in there for sure.
Okay.
Why? No chance, no reason to risk that. So I think they'll check crates first if they're checking anything.
That's very
Yes.
true.
But where will you hide? Io, if she will fit in the crate, or rather in the grate, where will you fit?
Well, I was hoping I could hide in the compartment that I just found. Would be ideal.
Is there something else we could put in the crate if we unloaded the steaks into the freezer, so at least there would be something on top of whoever's in a crate? Like all that extra fabric and stuff in Randall's
You can
house?
stack whatever you would like, into the car. Yeah, sure, you could. You don't, again, only thing that you see in the cargo transport right now is the 2 crates
Full
filled
of
with
meat.
and then now a slightly disfigured and scarred metal of
Got it.
the bench.
2 crates full of meat, so only 1 crate. Because I could fit into 1 crate, yes? With a vibro axe? I'm still voting for throwing this meat at Randall's house and letting it fester in the sun. And that way, we had an empty crate for myself and this vibro axe.
I think 1 empty crate would work, and you'd be in the empty crate, and then we could place the full crate on top. You'd be able to get out if you needed
Easily.
to. That way, if they check the top crate, they'll get dewback steaks, and assume the rest, hopefully.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Is there any other like prized possessions in Randall's house that we could put on the ship
You really don't like
to
Randall, do you?
give to the
Meanwhile,
Imperial?
I waste no time. I just start gathering cuts of meat. I bolt down. Yeah. And I just start chucking them at the side of his
Throwing them at the side of the.
Yep. I lobby one on the roof. I lobby
Perfect.
2 on the roof.
Perfect. As
Realize we're going to fight a lot more dog creatures now as soon as we return.
It's
Good.
Randall's house.
We'll just burn this fucker down. If we see one dog creature, just burn it.
again,
Berg is very good at starting fires.
just trying to understand. Throwing meat
Yep.
onto a house, and then you were trying to.
I just feel like only
Prized
2
possession.
crates of meat seems a little lame in terms of a delivery.
You know what's already in Randall's house. So there's a torn up sofa, there's the table with the hologram stuff, there's
his
like
bed.
the spinning wheel, then there's a ton of things that have
That's
been
already coming.
shit
That's
on
not
in
good.
his bedroom. So there are an assortment of things that you could put in there if you were trying. There are crates and stuff
Okay.
that you could add to it as well. You know that there's a crate that had the detonation charges. So there's
Right.
things that you can add to this
I
if
just
you
think
want
we
to.
need a little more set decoration. here.
We have the detonation charges with us. now.
Correct.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm assuming you're not
specifically has
lugging
them?
them in.
There's
crate.
Caleb
Yeah.
still has
they're
them.
like
Yeah, they're like.
okay.
They're little.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Oh, who has the detonators?
Yeah, I want to
I have them
add
so that
like
hopefully
a
none of
couple
us blows
more crates and maybe just like some haphazard fabric to the
Okay.
situation, just to make the cargo look a little more.
Okay. So you're
Beefed
grabbing
up.
those. So you hear like a door open up. Couple steps. The fuck now? It's just Cool Blue watching the two of you throw stakes up at this house as you're dragging out
Yep.
crates and fabric. And he just walks over to Caleb. I'm sorry. Did I miss something here?
I'm frisbeeing him up now. Yes. No, you didn't. No more speeches.
Okay. And he starts going over to the crate and just naturally throwing the stakes with you up at the house, just wanting to be part of it. After
right.
the
I'm
stake
just waiting for them to
throwing is completed and all of the items have been grabbed and brought to the truck.
I wipe my hands off on the side of his house.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm ready.
Yes. Okay.
So Io will go in the bottom crate with my vibro axe. Then we close the crate, lift the crate full of meat on top, and then there's other set decorations in the back. But we're delivering me to the Imperials, correct? I will sit in the front. I will
Yes.
drive. You will put a gun on me.
That is correct.
You will be very cruel.
Very cruel.
And Stripes will also be there.
Yes.
Super cool.
He's
I'll
in
be
the-
super cool.
You're in the back,
Cool blue stripes in the back.
sitting on a bench,
Make sure
I'm
that
in the
you're.
back in the hidden compartment.
the compartment.
Okay.
Now, question: Are we going to arrive with him piloting?
Yes, because I'm holding a gun on him. I'm forcing him to pilot the
Then I
vehicle
will get out. Cool Blue will get out, come around,
and bind his arms.
handcuffs on me to escort me inside.
Well, they won't see that you're driving. That just seems like a.
No, it's
slightly
okay.
strange
It's
plan.
okay if they see that he's driving. It's gonna be fine.
Seems slightly suspicious to me. When we get close, perhaps we could switch for the last mile or so, and you could be in the back. They'd be less likely to search the rest of the back when
That is
you're
true
already
if he
brought out
emerges
of
from the back.
at gunpoint.
Yes,
I think it's much more suspicious if you're up front, and even more so if you're driving.
You're right.
Captain.
I agree. Cool Blue, how are you at piloting planetary?
I can drive.
Vehicles.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I'm a rebel officer, so, you know, I can do things.
I'll drive for most of the way.
Yeah.
Cool Blue.
Okay, no, that's, yeah, totally.
We can
yeah.
swap.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
back.
It's like a road trip. I get it. It's cool.
Sounds good to me.
Cool blue stripes. That's me.
Okay,
All right.
we're doing this.
Here we
I'm already in
go.
the
He
crate.
reaches in to do like a hand. Like, we're gonna.
I walk up to the front of the car. Get in.
Yeah, I'm already leaning down into the crate with the axe. Just like this.
Yep.
When we're done, I get it. When we're done, when we get it,
Yes.
cool.
When we're done.
So he's jumping into the back
Yes, for now.
under the crate in an emptied meat box with a rubber axe, driving passenger
I'm
seat.
prepared to do this driving at gunpoint plan if we are seen.
Okay. So you start driving towards the base. Just real quick, Herg, do a planetary pilot check.
I'm locked in.
2. It's gonna be 2 purple.
2 purples. Go.
And you're locked?
Yes.
I'll use a setback.
Jedi. Damn it.
So this is starting to
Damn
bounce.
Damn it. No success, no failure, but I got 2 setbacks. So I get sleepy.
So that's a
Sorry,
failure
2
with
disadvantages.
a failure with a disadvantage.
No failures, no success.
It's a failure.
2 disadvantages.
You didn't roll a success.
No.
Ergo, it's a failure.
Vis-a-vis,
Yeah.
it's a failure.
Yeah.
Great.
Important.
So I crash.
No, you're
I don't drive to the base.
no, you're driving to the base, and just again, this thing has seen better days. It's been through a lot. It's been through a firefight. It's been through running over a fence. It's been through hitting someone's dog. It's been through a lot, and despite trying to fix it, the old gal's only got so much in her. So as you're driving closer, it starts just, and then keep going. But it's starting to. You don't know how much time the speeder has left in it in regards to its functionality.
Captain, I don't know if we should pull over. We should switch now.
All right.
Without pulling over, get Cool Blue up here. Can he access the front part from the back part?
He could
Yeah.
try and sneak through, yeah.
Okay.
So wait, I'm sorry, I'm doing what now? We're moving and
Cool Blue, come up here.
Yeah.
Replace me now.
This
oh, okay.
vehicle's
and then
not doing so great. We may need
don't we
to.
just want to stop and do this?
No, because if we stop, it might not start again.
Oh, that makes sense. Totally. Let me just come on up real quick.
Oh boy.
Just come up here. What are you doing? Why is it difficult?
Climbs his way
Seems to be
through.
a process.
He's trying to sneak past you and plops down. So now it's him driving. You're like next to him, and
We're all just like shoved together in the
How do
front.
I get in the back?
you got to climb back through.
Okay, I'm climbing.
Okay, so you're gonna do
Ah, damn it.
you're gonna do just actually coordination on this one.
Coordination. Okay. I'm locked in.
Oh, perfect. It's only me 2,
Okay. And that's it?
and well, I'm gonna use a setback on it.
Okay. I'm gonna get stuck in the vehicle. So. So I got 2 successes.
Okay.
So I make it in the back.
Yep.
But I now have 4 disadvantages.
So
Break my ankle.
as you are climbing through, you're a bigger creature
Yes.
than Cool Blue, who just snuck in. So as
I'm
you
9 feet tall.
start to push your way through, you kind of give yourself a little bit extra push. You come in, you tuck and roll, but you knock over the 2 crates. That one was stacked full of meat, and one has IO. So you're gonna quickly do a roll real quick.
Okay, for
You're actually gonna do your coordination as well.
coordination.
Okay.
Da-ba-da-ba-da. Coordination. Okay. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3 in that, and that's it.
2 purple,
2 purple.
and then are you good?
I'm good.
I will use a setback on this.
Of course you are. Okay, well,
Good. Get out of
there
here.
you go. Get
Yes.
out of there. So we got. Oh wait, hold on. So this gets rid
Okay.
of that. This turns into yes.
Yeah.
And I
And then that
this.
get rid of that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing happened.
So there's no disadvantages, but you didn't roll any success.
I rolled nothing. Everything canceled each other out.
So
Sturdy crate.
you are unprepared, as because it's technically a failure. So you get thrown forward in the crate, but you had emptied most of the meat, so maybe if it had been there, maybe it would have been a little bit of some padding to fly into, but you just kind of smack against it. The crates roll. You take 1 strain,
Okay.
and then you take 2 strain as you're tumbling through in the back of this cargo. So now everything has kind of been scattered about in the back bed of the speeder. Well, Cool Blue is driving. Are you guys okay back there? Should I stop?
The meat fell over.
Should I stop?
Keep going.
No, keep driving.
I'm gonna put the meat back in the first crate while Io carefully gets back in the second crate. I'm very sorry.
Wait,
Your axe is
Io,
Thank you.
before you get back in that second crate, can you bind Herc's hands? I don't want to risk trying to crawl back there.
Copy that.
Do we have handcuffs back here?
I have climbing gear.
The climbing gear
It's
comes
all-purpose climbing gear.
in handy yet again. It's rope.
Yeah.
So you're gonna makeshift walking through what exactly you're doing.
I will take the rope that I have. I will cut the appropriate length off using the vibro axe, and then I shall bind his wrists. Behind your back, in front of you.
In front of my back. In front.
The front of your back.
It's still technically
It's
correct.
the front. Yeah, no, I got it. It was good.
So I shall do that.
Okay, great.
So.
I will help you back into the crate.
Okay.
There we go.
Teamwork. There we go.
Close that lid. And then I will lift this crate like this. I'm gonna wait until Captain comes back here.
Can I hear what's going on?
Yeah, you
So should I just? I can just climb out. And
you could
help
climb
with-
out of the thing.
Why don't I
Open
climb out
the
and help
container?
with
Thank
that?
you, please.
You're now bound. So
Put
here.
the meat back in the crate.
As you're
Fantastic.
placing the meat back into the crate, Cool Blue. Hey guys, we're approaching the perimeter.
Captain, come back here quickly.
I can't while the vehicle's in motion.
Yes, you can. I will catch you.
Oh, I heard your hands are bound.
Captain, I will catch you. Get in the container quickly again.
I'm getting back in the container.
So wait. Okay, I'm very confused. Says Cool Blue.
Just keep driving.
I'm the only one that's driving. What am I supposed to say to these people?
It's okay. Nope, Herc, you definitely want me to talk to these people. We'll come back and get you.
Okay, I'll sit on the bench.
So I'm getting back, and he starts to.
No, you are not.
Oh, no,
keep driving. Just keep driving and don't say anything.
You got it. Understood. Solid copy. Affirmative.
And we can hear all of this, right?
He's
Our comms
talking on
are-
open channel. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're all gonna die, aren't we?
As you come over the hill, the valley dipping down below, and this base, right, that you know that you need to go to. You can't see really the size of it because it's just this opening carved into the mountain, but there's still this acclimator class ship that's there, and the unmistakable sight of an AT-AT walker that's in front of the base, moving towards the acclimator.
Dang.
Roll for perception.
Okay. Perception's cunning, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I got a rank in it. Just generally roll, or
No,
what's
so it's going to be 2 purple.
2 purple? Well, I'm locked in.
I am locked in as well.
Right.
We could
I
use
cannot
some-
roll for crap
We
tonight.
could use some boosts in abilities and proficiencies.
Calling upon the force.
Yes, we're summoning
are.
the force. Success with a disadvantage.
We're about to
Okay.
infiltrate the space.
So you are momentarily mesmerized by the sight of this walker. It's quite a monstrosity and weapon of war that it takes you a little bit longer to realize that coming from, you see it as it's coming towards you, but maybe not as quickly as you normally would have. Speeder bikes and scout troopers on speeder bikes heading towards
Us?
you guys. The transport.
All right. We'll, I don't want to stop the ship just yet. Can we just, like, stall so we can talk to these guys and find out where we should go?
You're asking Cool Blue?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So you don't want me to stop?
No, just kind of idle.
Okay. So I'm just gonna.
Like, don't put it in park.
All right. So hold on. I'm gonna roll for this.
Come on, Cool Blue.
The car just stops.
Exactly what I told him not.
No, idle. It's I can get it, and he starts to try and turn it.
Don't worry.
Speeder bikes are moving closer towards you, and you're seeing a beeping on the front console
Yep.
of this cargo speeder as you're being.
Okay.
pulled.
I'm ready to respond.
Cargo transport. This is Biker Scout perimeter. Please indicate your operating number and your purpose.
I have an operating number from my thing, right?
Yeah, you took the codes. Yeah.
Right. Yes, this is Lieutenant Luca Lesev, operating number 019675. We come bearing cargo. We've also come into possession of one, I believe the thing calls itself Herg, a terrible feline abomination, was causing a bunch of trouble in the local village.
You gonna do your charm?
You got it. And what's the purple?
It's gonna be 3 purple,
3?
but you're gonna get a natural boost.
Right. Because, boosts have been great for me tonight.
Certain information that you relate.
Yes. All right.
As the car comes to a stop, are you guys? Just because you guys, biker scouts are on their way. They're coming over here. Just be cool. We got this. Nope. Cool Blue is on it.
Yes.
And these were all just disadvantages. Okay, interesting. Okay, so.
Cool Blue, keep the line clear. Do your job. Good luck. Focus, but good job so far.
What?
And the
What'd you say?
triumph counts as a success and an advantage?
The triumph counts as a success, not an advantage.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
the success part of it can be canceled, but the
right.
triumph part of it cannot.
well, I got I got 4 successes, a triumph, and a disadvantage.
Okay.
She does a Jedi mind trick on
Yes.
Move along.
Don't the droids are looking for.
What did you say your last name was? It was Luca,
Lesev.
and it was Lieutenant?
That's correct.
Lieutenant Sev, this is perimeter control. Please follow us as we lead you into the base. You have been expected for a while. It's good to know that you have the creature at under your control. We will have security teams waiting for you. Just follow us as we lead you in.
Thank you.
So the speeder bikes, one goes around, comes to the left side, the other one pulls up to the right, and they motion for you to follow it, and they slowly are driving in. Cool Blue is going to try and turn on the car real quick.
Come on, Cool Blue.
Okay, all right. We got this, guys. This is fine. No big deal.
All right.
He starts to move and follow them as they're heading into the base. As they're moving closer, the ground is still starting to shake a little bit as this walker steps into the bottom lower ramp of the acclimator and starts to. And as you're moving closer, you hear the unmistakable sound as TIE fighters also pull up on top of your speeder
Oh, jeez.
and are escorting you up above, heading closer in.
Are those TIE fighters?
either they suspect us or I made myself out to be a whole lot more important than I should have.
Captain, what's going on outside?
Well, we're being escorted into the base. There's going to be a security team that's going to rendezvous with us upon arrival to detain Herg.
Did you mention how many?
Nope. And we seem to be being flanked by TIE fighters right now.
Oh, great.
Stay calm. It's to be expected. I'd be more nervous if they didn't greet us with some security.
Yes.
Pause. I realize
The time?
timer has stopped. I was so enthralled as well at this, but we stopped
Yes.
and we ended in
Light side!
tier 1.
Tier
light
one.
side.
Okay.
It's hard to know when the timer stops if Zach is not screaming in
Yeah.
despair
Yes.
every time it ends on light side.
No Wilhelm scream coming
yeah.
in. Yeah.
So, real quick again for everyone who's new, this is what we did is the timer when it stopped, it totally stopped right then and I didn't let it keep going. We resolve a conflict. It's either going to be tiers light side, tier 1, 2, or 3, represents some sort of galactic event being resolved for the good guys, or 1, 2, or 3 dark side for the dark side. So we have a tier 1 event. I don't think you should leave for this one.
I'm just gonna get some water. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
All
I
the
just
water
got
in
that.
space
Okay.
is compressed.
I figured you'd want to know that a bunch of bounty hunters made their way to Tagoria to find a rebel leader there. And not only were they all repelled, but the Tagorians have started to see that the rebels might be got the right idea.
Yes!
They haven't done anything fully, but their
It's
bravery,
just an idea.
the seeds of rebellion have been planted
Yay!
on Tagoria,
An idea can lead to revolution.
and
Score one for the home team. Yes, Tagoria.
Tagoria
Hashtag save Tagoria.
Save Tagoria.
saved. Hashtag Tagoria saved.
Tagoria.
Light side tier 1. No more having to kill guys with. You guys were rolling them, so I didn't feel like you guys were getting enough of those triumph moments, anyways. But you all have +1 success to everything you roll.
Ooh, okay.
+1 success.
As Herg is, he felt a shift in the force, right? It's the light side. I'm gonna reset this,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna start back up.
Okay.
And we're now in the next phase. So again, things can happen just because light side won the first thing. We've reset it. Goes back and forth. You can use bits, tips, tweet subscribers using #light, #dark, and Scooter's moving in.
You get +1 success for every roll.
Speeder bikes, again,
Right.
maintaining. TIE fighters are maintaining their speed, matching yours. And farther up ahead, as you're moving closer and closer towards the base, it looks like coming out of this giant gate opens in the side of the mountain. You can't quite see everything on the inside, but you do see something as it steps out. As an ATSD chicken walker comes out and kind of comes to the side as you are pulling closer up towards the gate.
This is quite the reception we're getting. Just keep flying, Cool Blue.
Sweat is just beating down off of him, but pulls up.
Is
We don't see it.
is your name actually Cool, or that's just like a nickname?
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Your first name is legitimately
Cool
Cool.
Blue. It's a hyphen, cool hyphen blue. Stripes.
Okay. Well, I was.
Did you know that in basic it means other things as well?
I wasn't supposed to talk, but what do you mean?
The color blue is a color,
Yeah.
and cool means like everything is okay.
Yes.
So there's a double. So it's your name, but it's also. Is that what your name means?
Cool blue stripes. I don't, we've known each other for long. I gotta get off. Click. So you're seeing it. You guys are all inside. Again, the thing is shaking, but you hear the distinct sound of these speeder bikes next to you on the side. The TIE fighters pull back around as you guys enter this loading bay inside. It's the front part of this Imperial base, and there's a bunch of different speeder bikes and cargo speeders, crew, technicians walking about. As you're pulling in, you and Cool Blue see that there's a gathering of people waiting for you. As technicians are waving Cool Blue to park, there seems to be an Imperial officer surrounded by a cohort of Imperials.
Okay. Great.
Cool Blue is, so wait, so when do I get out and put the cuffs on her? Now? Now is when I...
No, he's already cuffed in the back.
Handled.
So what am... Okay.
When we land, you're going to exit, you're going to go to the cargo hold, and you are going to get Herg out of there. You will drag him out forcefully, hold your gun on him, make it very apparent that he is our prisoner. I will talk to these officers.
Got it. On it. Cool Blue, out.
Great.
Well, I mean, I'm still here. Okay, I'll wait to get out when you... You guys feel the speeder as the last little bit of life that it had in it just goes out, quenched, as comes to a stop. So you feel yourself inside the floor, inside the crate, and then you're just there.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
As it stops, Cool Blue gives you a nod, and gets out and starts walking towards the back of the cargo speeder.
As pointed.
Officer, it looks like 4 or 5 individuals with him are moving towards you
All right.
with, looks like, batons.
Right. I exit the ship so as not to appear suspicious.
So you are the infamous Lieutenant Luca. It is quite a pleasure to meet you. I didn't know that you were operating out here in the Outer Rim.
It was not exactly planned.
Well, I am quite impressed, though. You've caught the vicious beast that has been terrorizing the children of the
Indeed.
Sound.
It was not without struggle. You see, myself and Sergeant Raoul here, we had intended to arrive with some cargo in board to deliver to the base here. It's nothing of note, merely rations, and on the way we were ambushed by the creature. I had heard reports of what it had been doing in Homestead and the poor child that it harmed and of the riots that were started amongst the people there. We managed to regain control of the creature and our ship, and so we've come to deliver him here to you.
You charm?
Great.
Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna do a charm.
That was very charming. Yes.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 3.
Did you get a success? It's okay.
Yeah.
You get a plus. You guys, I will add
Did you get that spread?
2 more purples to that.
2 more purples. Jeez.
Oh, you just get an automatic success. An
Yes.
automatic roll.
Yeah.
One of
Okay.
these.
It's like it's automatic. Now.
Yeah, we'll just call that. That'll be the happy extra success so I don't forget.
It'll make us feel better.
So, as you're rolling that, door opens up to the back of the speeder, the cargo speeder.
time.
And Cool Blue looks at her. All right, man.
Make it look good.
Yeah,
Make it look good.
I'm sorry for
Sell
this.
it. Can other people see?
You're looking now at the back, so you're looking like out of the gate back to the grassland. So as far as you can see, no one's looking into your thing.
Okay. Sell it. Sell it. Sell it. Yeah.
Well, I got 2 failure and 2 disadvantage, so I hope that Cool Blue can sell this pretty well.
So I just want to understand this correctly. You, an infamous agent of the Empire, was bringing supplies to our base because you are doing just supply runs now and happen to have fallen upon the creature. And yet it seems like our records indicate that this was in some sort of fight with our scout troopers out in the grasslands. How do you explain that again? I'm sorry?
We were ambushed by him.
He ambushed you and overpowered you, and yet you, in turn, overpowered him.
It was a struggle.
All right, you're gonna do a deception on that. As that's happening,
You get 2 ranks.
Cool Blue is pulling you out and leading you towards them, and he just smacks you in the back. Move, you filthy animal, because I hate all aliens, because I'm the Empire. You suck. I said, shut up, you alien scum. You have no rights, but if you did, I would. You have no rights. And he hits you again.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 3.
Okay. I'm locked in!
I'm gonna add 2 more to that.
God!
All right.
Come on, Captain.
So screwed.
We could really use the force, like, to be on our
We're in
side.
Imperial territory
Why
right
did
now.
we waste it looking for meat?
I hope those safety pins.
Ooh, 3 success.
Oh, okay.
With 3 disadvantage.
That's
It's odd.
That's the best we're gonna do tonight.
Yep.
So you say to him exactly what?
Well, you see, what happened was, I was ambushed by him on his own, and then eventually Sergeant Rawl came to my aid, and we were able to overtake him. We were also assisted by the infamous Pirate King, or so he was calling himself, a young, very flamboyant lad by the name of Aaron Val.
So as you're telling this, he looks over at the creature, and you get pushed forward again by. Yes, I am Raoul. That's me. We caught him.
Thanks to your very expert fighting skills, might I say.
So. He just snaps his fingers and he's like, well, if this creature is as violent as you say, one of them just comes up to you, turns on one of the batons, and goes to swing at you.
What sort of baton?
It's like a stun baton.
Yes. I want to attempt to take the hit, but with my armor taking the brunt of the hit.
Okay.
I want to avoid being stunned, but then I will appear as if I am stunned. Like that.
Do an athletics for this.
Athletics. Good. Yes. I will also use an ability.
Oh, yay!
And it's gonna be 2 purple. And then I'm gonna add 2 purple to it.
2 more purple.
Okay.
So, as you're trying to dodge this thing, because
Damn it.
We do have that one after success, though.
Io and Caleb, you're in the spear. Did you just get the success? So he swings at you. And you collapse, and you're selling it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I wink at Stripes and fall down on the ground.
As you fall down, the Stripes starts to give you a kick. Like, yeah, take that, scum. The officer's like, that's...
If I'm on the ground and nobody else can see my eye, I look at Stripes and I go,
The officer snaps his fingers, and 2 more of these, they look like Navy troopers, but they more like they guard prisons. So they're in like the black uniforms, like these dome helmets, but they have these electro staffs, and they motion as a kind of hover lift comes out. They're like, take him to the dungeon. Lieutenant, I guess we have quite some catching up to do.
Indeed.
I'd love to hear more about how you captured this beast and what you were doing out here, and what we can do to help you continue on with your great service to the Empire.
Of course.
And what did you say your name was again?
Mine.
He points to Cool Blue.
Should not have brought him with me.
It's definitely not. My last name is Stripes.
He's not the brightest star in the galaxy.
Deception. Now, you're hearing this. So, Cool Blue has left his comms on. So you're hearing this the entire time as you're in a crate and...
right, but we can't safely communicate back because it'll be heard, right?
Presumably, everyone has communicators that are, in their ears.
Oh, I see. Okay,
But-
so we
But
could
like our-
technically.
What's the difficulty on that?
It's going to be 3.
Okay, well then I'm gonna definitely take an extra ability.
What the hell was his, did you say his name was? Remind him what his name was.
Yes, an extra ability.
So you're locked in? I'll use a difficulty.
Yeah.
I'll add that.
All right.
All right. So, Io, you're in a crate that still smells like meat,
It still smells like meat.
and you're hearing this.
I am listening to this. And if I happen to smack my forehead on the side of the crate, would anybody hear that?
Maybe not.
Okay, then I will just facepalm it then. It's much quieter.
For success.
I'm sorry, he's rather daft. Is that what?
Yes, he's rather daft, but handy with a gun. A low-level officer.
I see. Yes, they're all tools, aren't they?
Indeed.
Well, if there's nothing else, I will have. You did bring supplies, so I guess I'll have the technicians finish with this. Let's come with me. I'd have much to discuss with you, and
Of course.
whatever his. Is your bodyguard coming with us, or?
Sergeant Rao.
That's me. That is me. Sergeant Ralph Stripes.
Rao, perhaps it would be better if you stayed with the cargo. Would you mind having his assistance? I don't think he's going to be much use to us.
Not to sound out of line, Lieutenant, but I think I'd prefer to escort the prisoner, make sure that he goes where he deserves. It just kind of dribbles a little bit out.
Indeed. Proceed.
Excellent. So he start carting off Herd on the screen. And the commanders, 1,000 apologies, I forgot to introduce myself. I am in charge of this operation. I don't know how much you've heard about what we're doing here, but I am Tyler Warren. And be my pleasure to, I'm sure you're famished. You can go back to my quarters and I can hear the full story and have some refreshments brought.
Indeed.
Excellent. Turns and he starts walking. So at this point, he's walking farther into the base in a different direction as the cart is moving off in a different direction with Herg and Cool Blue.
Cool Blue.
Cool Blue is trying to remain calm and just. What are we supposed to do about the people inside?
Just leave them for right now. I follow after Captain Warren?
It's the Commander Warren.
Commander Warren.
Okay, so as you're walking, as you're walking off in this direction, and Herg and Stripes are walking off in this direction, Io and Caleb, you feel the speeder kind of weight all of a sudden push it down, and the sound of boots walking in to the speeder. Oh man, it smells terrible in here. Somebody spill something? I don't know, let's just get it out of here. And they're going, you're
I'm
in the crate,
there,
and you
hand
see
on blaster, but waiting.
move to the top crate, and they start to put it on another lift, start to drag it out. And Io, you don't know what's going on, but you're hearing the fact that
Like there's a rustle above me.
this metal, as it's being pulled off, and conversation, the sound of the boots walking back out of the speeder.
Okay.
Well, we haven't seen outside the vehicle, so we're not actually sure. Io, did they check the crate?
No.
And you're probably okay to be transported wherever you need to go. Wherever they take you. Perhaps they'll bring you further into the base. Or do you think it doesn't feel like this is a safe spot for us to start an
No.
offensive?
I don't. The problem with me being transported deeper into the base is that I have no idea what may or may not be piled on top of this crate that I'm currently in. And I can't see myself escaping this one if I have 6 other crates piled on top of me.
Is there anywhere else in there for her to hide? There's nothing else in the back, is there?
Inside the speeder,
Inside the speeder that we're in.
you could attempt
Maybe the front
to
seat.
push. You could go to the
I
front
could.
seat, or you could try. You could try. You would be very smothered, and you wouldn't know if it would fully work. But you could try and get into the grating that you're in. It's just, it would. You wouldn't. It wouldn't.
It depends on the role.
Yeah.
Basically.
You wouldn't really know how well that would work
Yeah.
if the 2 bodies in there would make it more suspicious or not.
Right. Are there more crates in the bed that I could just hide behind, that I could... I guess a combination of that and
there
the
was some
shadows.
things
I
that
love
were
it up. That's
loaded
the
in.
room.
Set dressing.
Some mise en scene that was brought in. Yes.
Okay.
So use that for cover then.
I could use that for
Now's the
cover because
chance
there
to
are
get
other
out.
crates. There are others. So I think I will get out of the crate, and I will find an alternative way to disguise myself in the corner.
Okay.
That way, I'm as far back as I could be.
Okay.
I might have the advantage of shadows on me, plus whatever fabric that I happen to drag with me.
That was brought in, yeah.
Yeah. So I shall try that.
I knew there was a reason I put all
Yeah.
those other things on the ship.
All right, so you're gonna roll.
Okay.
And you're gonna do stealth.
Stealth. Okay. Yeah. All right. 3. I got 2 in stealth.
And there's
There's,
things.
you guys
And
have
I've
some
got
things.
stuff
Yeah.
I am going to
Yeah,
use.
use something.
It's gonna be 3,
Okay, it's going to be.
just so you know.
Okay.
Because it's going to be an all-out
Yeah.
if you get caught.
That is
Yeah.
very true. I am going to take that ability,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I'm going to take a boost too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Because
on.
I need to hide.
Yeah.
And we have
And then
you have
you're
that
locked
extra.
in?
And I have that extra,
Yeah.
so I'm locked in.
All right, I'm good.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
that's good.
Let's take
So as
it
Io
out.
pops the top of the crate,
Whoa.
and this is
Oh,
happening.
okay.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Caleb, you're hearing her as it's
Yeah.
happening, right? So you hear the crate as she's getting out and trying to hide, and you're still in this kind of
I'm still in the
compartment.
compartment. Is there anything I can see that she can't? Do I from where I'm at?
It's
I can
difficult because you're kind of down.
Just what's in front of me.
So you don't really see much, but you hear this noise behind you as.
Successes across the board. 5 of them.
So 5 success?
Yes.
Holy crap. Any
And that is it.
advantage? Just 5 success?
5 success.
So
Dang.
you. Adrenaline starts kicking in, right? Because get out of the crate and move other boxes around, take the tarp, put it over you, and you're hiding in this corner. And at this point, between the shadows and the kind of random stuff that you put on, it just looks like a pile of junk that's in there. Nothing out of the ordinary. But at the same point, you're very confident in
my fort.
In your little fort. And then it comes just in time as you put like the final piece over.
And I've got the axe with me.
You hear
Everyone knows you have the axe with you. We've been blocking the camera for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
more weight of the speeder. 2 more technicians walk in. Man, I wish I could get some of these things. Yeah, all they give us is those protein liquids. This is definitely for Commander Warren. Oh man, they start mumbling as they grab the crate. And you're like, oh, this is lighter than the other one. Whatever, it's nothing. They drop it back on it and start to pull that out. So they leave. Weight of the speeder goes back up and they're walking. You're hearing just the sounds outside of, again, you don't know what it is, but from the noise, it does sound like there's people outside working on it. It's a large open room, and you don't know how many people are in there, but it sounds like people are working on vehicles, and you have lifts, and there's bass over like a voice that's over an intercom talking. So it's, you know that there's other things out there, but for a moment, you're left alone in the transport.
Right, nothing, no attention on us for the moment at least. I think this is as good a chance as any. The only problem is we don't know where we're going in the space. We don't know where our contact. Captain, can you hear me?
I read you.
Have you met with a contact yet? Do you have any additional information? We're clear to get out of the speeder if we need to.
I'm still following her.
Thank you, Sergeant Rao.
Yes.
Please remember that is your name.
I gotta go.
Okay. I'm following this Commander Warren right now. I don't know exactly what is going on. I doubt if he's our contact, but it remains to be seen. I wonder if there's any sort of additional information, like up in the front console of the ship, if there's like information on the layout of this base that Randall would have also included. Though knowing Randall, I seriously doubt it.
Of our ship, the ship we're in now?
Yes, that's correct. He had us go retrieve it.
So you think there's something in the front seat that we would need?
Unlikely, but if there was anything, it's possible there might be, I don't know, some sort of data you could download and at least get some sense of a layout of this base.
Did they close the doors, or are the doors wide open in the
They're
back?
still open to the speeder and also to the base as a whole. The big base doors are still open.
Okay. I feel like we're not likely to recognize me.
No, I am not moving until I get a location on either Captain or on Stripes.
Additional information.
All right,
But until then, just keep us posted.
stand by. I'll update you when I can.
Because I am still conscious,
Yes.
but I'm feigning being knocked unconscious.
Yep.
And because I have expert tracking ability, I am keeping aware of how many lefts, how many rights, to where I am being, my orientation within the base.
Do a survival check. And it's going to be 2. And you want to lock anything in?
Nah, I'm fine. Locked in.
I will use a purple on that.
That was the wrong way.
Better before.
That's all right, we still got that one though.
A success with 2 disadvantages.
Your keeping track as best you can, as your eyes are closed, as they're turning. So you have a very good understanding.
Every once in a while, I flutter them open a little to see what the hallway looks like. And then
So you have a very accurate understanding of exactly how to get back to the hangar bay
Yes.
from where you're at. That being said, as
Why-
you try to flutter your eyes open
What are you doing?
to look
Why?
as the things, to get a sense, seems like the guards don't notice.
Good. That's right. Yes, I'm quiet.
And the confidence.
very
What's going on? What's going
fluttery.
on? Damn right.
Soft
Confidence comes back.
So you're content just to continue to sit on
Yes.
as you're mapping your way through.
This is my plan, that I'm gonna think out loud. I cannot speak into my communicator yet, but wherever they're leading me, whatever the jail cell, I will be waiting there. And I know my team will either break me out, or I will break myself out, or I will be met there by the contact.
Yeah, and so you're content to just sit on the lift then.
That will be is where, yes, I am there, and wherever they're leading me, let me lay there. Plus, Ral is following me, so we are both going to the same place.
Perfect.
It is the captain that I worry about.
Speaking of the captain, you've made your way through the base, and he's kind of and again, nothing really seems off about this base except for the fact that it was originally a rebel base. So you'll see occasional, like pro-rebel, like a mural that some rebel alliance member had like painted on a whole wall, and it's just been starting to be painted over as these technicians are like painting it, and there's a lot of pro-empire propaganda about. You haven't seen most of the people that you see as you're walking and following this officer just seem to primarily be a combination of Imperial Army troopers and the occasional Navy troopers that are walking around that are a part of the installation. But you haven't noticed anything besides that. So you haven't noticed yet any stormtroopers or anything beyond that, right? Besides the scout troopers that you saw earlier.
Right.
So as he's maneuvering his way through, you've followed Commander Warren up to his private chambers, and as the door opens up, you see a very lavish officer's quarters with like a chair and all the stuff, and but it has a view that looks out of the mountain into the valley. And he's like, "Can I get you something to drink?
Of course.
What do you prefer?"
Well, what is the specialty of those who are stationed here on Dantooine?
Well, it's funny you say that. We drink what we take from the rebels, which makes it so much sweeter. And he walks over to like a little side cabinet and pulls out some sort of brown liquid. He pours, and hands it to you. And just walks over to the view, like and looking out, just puts his hands like behind his back as he's holding his drink behind it, and he's looking out. It's like, "Come, I want to show you something."
Quite the operation you seem to have going on here.
Indeed. We are doing the Emperor's work, and though others are taking the fight directly to the rebels, we know that here we have taken it from them, and we will hold it as an example to all that this rebellion will not last. Empire shall rule once again.
Indeed.
And as he says it, he's like, just watch. And you see the acclimator just and starts to leave the orbit of the atmosphere of Dantooine and start taking off back into the atmosphere above. It's like magnificent, isn't it? I used to hear tales about the Clone Wars. I can only imagine what it have been like to have served under the first predecessors to the Star Destroyers, even though what we have now is much better at killing rebels, I think.
Indeed.
Tell me, do you have much experience killing rebels?
Of course. I once served alongside Minister Tua on Lethal, and after her unfortunate demise when Governor Price was reinstated, I continued to serve the Empire's magnificent cause.
Do a deception check.
Okay.
Captain is best captain.
I'll take that boost. I'm locked in. Oh,
So-
and I have the extra success. Oh, it's already there.
It's only going to be 2 purple.
Well, it jumped out, so then she didn't do it.
Nothing happened. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I have 1 disadvantage, but 4 success. So I get a little, the alcohol's a little strong.
So you start to slur your words a little bit. It hit you. Maybe it's just kind of the continuation of the hangover maybe you had from the night before, of the drinking, the celebrating of kind of the team coming together. But as you say it, he nods, but you notice him give a slight micro expression to something you said. Yes, well, I'm sure your skills will come in handy if you don't mind helping us out here on Dantooine. There's something that, well, I should probably get clearance before I tell you.
Something?
Like I said, let me just stay right here. I'm going to go just check on something real quick. Make yourself at home, and I'll be right back.
All right.
He walks out
Okay.
of his office.
Okay, I want to see, because obviously, there's something going on here. Like maybe they're building a super weapon or something. I want to do like a check of this area, just like to see if there's any sort of like useful information on the layout of the base or maybe this relic that I'm looking for.
Sure. So you go ahead and do a perception check. That said, you do notice that there is a computer terminal at his desk.
Okay.
So you can either, I don't know if you're trying to look, a perception check would be you're searching the office,
Right.
or you see the fact that there's a computer terminal and you would be trying to access that.
Okay.
I don't know which route you kind
I'm gonna just go straight to the computer
Okay, so this is going to be different then.
terminal. This is gonna be computers, yeah?
Yeah.
Captain, what's going on?
I'm in the Captain Warren's quarters. He left to go get clearance to tell me about something. I'm gonna do a quick search of his files to see if there's anything useful I could potentially transfer your way, or just anything that could be of help to us on this mission.
Do you have computer skills?
I have fairly high intelligence.
I have +2 on computer skills. Can I guide you?
Ooh, that would be great.
How does that work?
Yeah. So you're going to do as best you can to communicate
Right.
Right.
assistance to her. Think of it as if when your mom doesn't know how to
Right. Doesn't know how to use the internet.
use the internet and you're no.
Okay.
Click this thing, click
Yeah,
that, right?
of course.
So you're going to add a boost to
Okay.
her roll.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's
what's-
going to be 4 purple.
Okay. Interesting. Let's go away.
I'm thinking about my mate. I miss her very much.
What was her name?
I don't know if I've revealed it yet.
Oh. Okay, I got a success with 2 disadvantage.
Okay. So with the help that you're getting over the comms, you're kind of breaking through the security. You're trying to access the right files. You're looking for anything that kind of pops itself out. Everything seems to be pretty much typical logistics of running a base. Nothing seems to be really out of place until you see one file that doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
And as you kind of click in it and you delve further, you realize that yes, the Empire took over this base after The information was revealed to them through a rebel source, but it seems like they found something buried underneath the rebel base that really is what they're focusing their efforts on. And the more and more you're kind of delving through this, a lot of these files are higher restricted or redacted, but the information you're gleaming as you're trying to clicking through all of it is this rebel base is built on top of an old Jedi enclave from the old Republic, and the Empire has been searching the catacombs underneath the base to find more and more something that's inside this old enclave.
Is
But
it kyber crystals?
you don't know what it is that there's rumors
You
of
haven't
something.
seen that movie.
Or the Clone Wars series?
Is that what the detonators are for?
As you're typing
Right,
through this
right.
information, you start to get very excited because you're like, oh my, like, what does this mean?
Right.
And beep, 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 beep. The computer locks down. Something has locked you out.
Okay. I'm just gonna back away and go back to drinking casually by the window.
Is that a normal? I mean, is that something that when that happens, that someone is actually doing it? You know what I mean?
You're still on the comms.
I'm on the comms, so is that
And
something?
your
I need to
experience from what you have dealt with in the past is someone has noticed that the files have been accessed and it has been remotely locked elsewhere. So it is something that you know from your experience as being someone very aware that
Right. And usually the files themselves will be locked, not the computer. So it's not that they've necessarily identified which computer is accessing it, just that someone accessed it.
it's difficult for you to fully know because you weren't looking at the screen. So you do know that it's a red flag, that the fact that it shut down,
Right.
but you don't know, you weren't looking at it, so your kind of expert knowledge can't really tell
Lara,
you.
they've locked the files out. They
The
know you
whole
were trying
computer,
to
the whole
access it.
computer's locked down.
The whole computer's locked down. They may be on to you. They at least know someone is accessing those files.
All right. But I don't know that I'm really going to be able to run away. I'm not entirely sure where I am, but I do know that this base, so far as I can tell, isn't terribly heavily armed. It's just a bunch of like regular army officers and people who are mostly like redecorating. But it seems like the Empire's mining for something here, that there's something maybe underneath this base that's of interest to them. I'm not sure what it is. That's when the computer shut down on me.
You're the only one who belongs in this base as far as they're concerned.
That's true.
We know that Commander Warren may have his
Okay.
curiosity.
All right, Stripes.
Got you.
Okay, I'm out.
He may have his curiosity piqued about something you said, but as far as we know, he still trusts you.
Yes.
You could potentially explore the base on your own and make an excuse if you're caught. The rest of us don't have that liberty.
That is true. But then it's, do I leave his... I feel that leaving the chambers now would be an admission of guilt. I think I'm better off trying to come up with a story when he returns if he notices that the computer's been accessed. He might not.
I disagree. I think you should try to explore a little bit. Staying close and see what you can figure out. Can't you always just explain you were walking around the base? You have every right to do so. You
That
have
is true.
friends.
He didn't per se specifically tell me to wait, just that he was going to try to get clearance to tell me about something.
Well, it's up to you. You can go either way.
And you're also listening to this conversation. Do you have 2 cents that you want to put into this?
No, because I think he's doing a sufficient job. I want to know where Herg is. So I'm
Would you
waiting
like to
for an
talk to,
opening.
to Cool Blue?
I'm going to wait for an opening after he's divulged all that advice, and I would go, this is code name again. Rawl?
Right, yeah, Sergeant Rawl.
Rawl.
This is Sergeant Rawl.
Okay, excellent. Where are you exactly?
I'm following Herg, moving what looks like closer, farther into the base. The people in front of me are talking. We're taking him to the detention center. I think we're almost there.
How much further do you think?
I don't.
Yeah.
It seems like we're pretty close. They are gearing up to move Herg off the lift.
How many Imperials are with you?
There's 4.
It's 4 of them.
I think Herg and I could take them.
Sure about that?
I mean,
Before they contact reinforcements?
oh, that's a good point.
At full sprint, how fast do you think I would be able to get there?
We're pretty far into the base. I mean, there was even people that were 10 minutes maybe.
10 minutes. I can do that in 6.
She can do it. We could do this, or I can wait until we get there, and then we break them out.
I think that's a better idea. They have nowhere to go right now.
Yeah. Stripes, if you're raising your eyebrows, I can't see any of that.
Hold on. Oh wait, yeah, no, I'm not FaceTiming. I am.
I let out a groan.
So I'll wait for you. I'll.
Just give me the signal.
Yeah,
Just let me
yeah.
know when
Signal.
to go.
Give me the signal. The signal will be me raising my eyebrows.
Come up with another signal.
Got it.
You can
I
just
got
say,
time.
you can just say IO now.
Can I raise?
No.
You got it. You got it. So,
All right.
you guys are having, while this conversation was going on, you guys are still talking about the idea that you need to
Get out.
or stay or, so,
I'm gonna leave,
okay.
And then if I encounter him, I'll just go under the pretense of I went to go search for him.
So you leave Commander Tyler Warren's office.
Yes.
And you have a general understanding of how to get back to, your knowledge so far of the base has been from the hangar to here. You want to, as you leave, your idea is to go, where?
Not in the direction of the hangar. I want to get a better idea.
You're going farther.
Of
You're going.
what else is going on in this base?
Okay. So,
We
as
did
you,
all look at a schematic of this base before we left Randall's, correct?
it was just
the outside,
exterior.
basically. Yeah.
There was no intel on the interior.
Of course, because it was Randall.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you start leaving and heading off to kind of go farther in the base.
Right.
Herg, you're on this lift. You're hearing Cool Blue talking with your heightened ears. And all of a sudden, the car just jerks to a stop. And you feel 4 hands come down and grab one grabs, or 2 of them grab your legs, the other 2 try and grab.
Can you tell that my eyelids are slightly open right now?
I cannot.
Because they are.
So if I can't, they definitely can't.
That level.
Yeah.
That level of open.
And they're dragging you. And you just, they kind of drop you back down again. And then you feel a couple more hands come and grab you. At this point, all 4 of them are grabbing you. And you feel them lift you and start shuffling you somewhere.
Yay!
Yes. We must be close.
Just going with it? Or?
With my eyes slightly open, where everything is a blur, but I can see light and shapes. What do I see?
Do a perception check.
Perception is my cunning. My cunning is not great. Go. Wait.
Did you get an extra?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I will use 2 boosts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm locked in.
It's going to be only 2 purple.
Okay.
But you're going to get a natural setback because you're trying not to
Be noticed.
notice,
I'm
right?
not trying not to go like this.
Yeah. You're not, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Dang.
Okay, so 1 success.
So, blurry eyes, it's a lot of lights. But you see that you are being pulled into a cell.
How many people around me?
There's the 4 that are carrying you, and it looks like there's one person that was, as they were pulling you by, like past this person, crossed arms, looking down at you, very disgusted, and then Cool Blue. And you process all that as you're thrown into the cell and hit the concrete.
I get up. And I turn around. Is the cell door closed?
Cell door is still open.
I'm making a run for it.
They had to carry you, so they're not holding their weapons. So just
Yes.
you hit the thing, jump up, and so now what you're seeing is 4 of these dudes that are in the cell with you, right? But they had just thrown you, and then there's this person outside, and then Cool Blue. As you're deciding just to book it out the front door.
Knock some skulls.
No, I'm going to fight them. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to play the part, but also take out as many of these as I can in one fell swoop. So with these 4 gentlemen right in front of me, I'm going to do this. And hit them across the face.
Hands still tied.
Yes.
You're just trying to.
Swat them away / knock them unconscious.
Okay. Okay. So you can do a brawl.
Yes. I'm good at that. Okay. And I will use.
So let me just set it up first before you do it. So you have 3 purple. And then there's a natural black because your hands are tied.
Okay.
But you're gonna get a boost because they are not prepared for the fact that this is happening right off the bat.
I'm gonna use one more boost.
Okay. Good.
Locked in.
Yep. Roll. Io,
Yes.
you hear in your car, eyebrows.
What does that mean?
Eyebrows.
Does Herg need his axe?
And then, yes, her, here now, quickly.
All right. Kalev,
So they need us to.
did you hear that?
I did.
I'm going in. Is there?
We need.
I won't need my axe. I'll be fine. 2 successes, 4 advantages. That sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4 advantages.
Well, so you've clawed at the first 2, right? And now you can use your advantages to go after the next 2. So you only were able to really.
Did I kill 2 men?
No. You pulled your claws out though, right?
Yes.
And what is your total advantage or total success?
2.
2.
Yes.
So, because you were trying to go for them. You're attacking them.
Yes.
So claws go into them, right?
Yes.
And you're scraping across. You hear ah is screaming. They're not down or out, but they're just instantly reacting to the fact that now their face is bleeding.
Good.
From his claws. You're jumping towards the next one.
Yes.
So roll that same exact thing again.
Okay.
What was it again?
Yes, remind me. It was
3 purple,
Natural disadvantage.
natural advantage as well.
and natural disadvantage.
And then, do you want to use any of yours?
I'll use 1 more boost, yes. So we have 1 left.
Okay.
But you could really use some more because we have to get him.
No.
So while that's being resolved, you
Yes.
heard eyebrows, and you guys are still in the speeder.
Yes.
I think we have no choice but to climb out of our respective boxes, hiding spots.
Exactly. So I am going to take the moment to scan the random pieces of crap that were just kind of piled into this makeshift fort, and just to see if there's like a cloak or anything else that we could use to at least cover our faces, because it's going to be really obvious when you have
And
a
there's-
Nolan and a Mary Ellen running through.
But isn't everyone in
base.
uniform in this base for the most part? So
Yeah.
just us not being in uniform is going to be.
It's gonna be.
It's going to be I mean, if we get seen, we either need to stealthily make our way there, or go for it. And I think stealthily probably makes at least a start until we see what we're running. We don't even know what's outside the van right now.
All right, good plan. Let's just go.
So
you're just gonna go.
Let's climb out and at least try to peek out the doors, windows, what have you, see what we can see around. Because right now we don't even know
Yeah.
who's
So
there.
roll for perception.
Perception.
Both of you can do it. Herg, what did you get?
3 successes with an advantage.
Okay.
So I killed 3
So
men.
2 then, 2. So I just changed it to those 2.
Yeah.
This we still have always
Yeah, you
this.
still have that magic extra.
So,
Okay, so I've got
We get 1 each.
oh, I'm sorry. And then it's going to be 2 purple.
2 purple.
2 purple.
And then you guys have 1 boost.
I don't want to use it just
I'm
for
gonna
perception.
save it. Yeah.
Okay, so just go ahead and roll that.
You wanna go first?
So, Herg, you've jumped up with quite literally cat-like reflexes, and you just claws out, scraping through all their faces. They all are in various states of, bloodied because claws. They're still up though. They're
You got
still
4 advantages.
like, but real quick.
So yeah, wait, this cancels out. We had opposite. All right, so I've got 2 successes and 1 cancel and 1 disadvantage, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, this
Make that a success.
Perfect. And I just got 4 advantages.
She got 4 advantages. I got 2 successes and 1 disadvantage.
Okay. Give me 1 second. So, as these claws go through, you see the other jailer that was outside the door pull out a blaster.
But then here comes full blue. Oh,
Blasters, 3 blaster shots go really quick at the guard, and then it flies across and hits the wall, like a cell, and the guard falls down, and there's Cool Blue with a blaster. Now, you guys are doing this song and dance. So we'll get to that in a quick second. So, you start to peek out, and you're like, because again, you're trying to understand the layout of this hangar. And as you're about to stick your head out, sensors go off, some sort of like sixth sense of there's something really close, and you duck back, so you don't get to see anything that's out there, but you hear what sounds like a bunch of people moving. If you're staring out of your van
Okay.
or out of the speeder, they're off to the right,
Okay.
working on something. So you know that there's
People on the right.
People
so
on
don't
the
go
right?
To the right then.
but you don't know necessarily what's out there, or for that matter, really what's to the left, right?
Got it.
So, Caleb, you look out and you see that there is a technician crew that's working on different vehicles in this hangar pool to your right.
Which is the same thing she said.
Which is the same thing that she saw. You look over to your left, and you see that it seems pretty much open, except for one guard that's at the far end, that's like kind of guarding the door heading out of the hangar. That said, roll your stealth real quick.
Both of us?
Just
Or
him.
Just him, okay.
oh, stealth.
Stealth is agility, and I have no special bonuses, so 3.
Very nice.
That's what I've got.
2 purple.
2 purple.
And would you want to use your boost?
No.
Okay.
Need it.
So, not so great. Well, this one cancels this one, right?
Correct.
Then this cancels 1, so just 1 of these.
So, well, that's being resolved.
That's not
Captain.
So that's
Yes.
You're walking,
not great.
casually strolling through this base,
Yes.
trying to play it cool.
Yes.
As you hear on your comms,
Yes.
sounds like shit is popping off with Herg and Cool Blue Stripes, as you're hearing eyebrows, 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 and oh shit, right? You're walking.
I'm locking.
Just gonna continue to move through the base as best you can. Okay.
I did not do so great. I got a fail with 1 advantage.
So, as you see all of this, you quickly poke your head back in because you get a feeling that if it was the equivalent of Metal Gear Solid, there was a question mark,
Oh no!
and now someone is moving toward. What was that? What was that noise?
Oh, no.
And they're moving towards the air speeder, the cargo speeder, but it hasn't moved to exclamation point mode.
Got it. We could just let him come to us, and I can knock him out with his vibro axe.
Yeah, let's hide as best we can in here. Make him come in if we can take him out quietly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're waiting for this person to come forward, you're continuing to sort through.
Yes.
We're gonna do a little bit of this real quick. So you're now, hands are still tied. You're looking at these 4 dudes in various states of like bloody faces, but now they're kind of, again, none of them had their weapons because they had to carry you in. So they're starting to move into these different other kind of fist fighting mode. 3 of them do that as one turns and starts going at Cool Blue Stripes. So do this, roll your cool right now.
Just my cool.
Just your cool. This is a,
3 advantages.
okay.
I mean, 3
No,
successes.
success.
4 successes.
Oh,
4 successes.
Okay.
I'm the coolest.
All right, so
naturally gets a pair of sunglasses.
Deal. All of
yeah.
a sudden, I'm wearing a leather jacket.
So because you initiated this, you're feeling the battle fury that is inside you, and you act first.
Yes.
Seeing that there's still 3 of these dudes, as one is moving off towards.
I miss my axe.
You do, yes.
Miss my baby. But I'm still gonna try to get some in.
Yeah.
I'm talking scrote to throat. Yes. It's very simple. You grab at it
Yeah. And you rip it up. Yeah.
and try to end with a pinch of the throat.
Perfect.
But
Okay.
essentially, I'm mutilating these men's genitalia so that they're done with the fight.
Even if they survive
any
this.
little Imperial.
Yes. To end the family lineage.
Bloodlines are done.
Bloodlines are done.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Brawl?
Brawl. Yep.
Melee? Or just
You're
brawl?
not using a melee weapon, so it's brawl.
You're right. Okay. Oh, I still have 2 of those. That's fine.
So this-
Here we go. Here we go.
2 purple,
Yes.
and you have 1 disadvantage because you're tied up.
2 purple and a black. Perfect. Thank you.
And would you like to use it?
No. How much more time?
we don't know.
Oh,
Never.
wait. There's no time left. We've ended
Since
in
when?
0.
We've got
like not seeing
wait.
the
Did it just
timer.
end? We've got to wait 30 seconds.
Can he finish his brawl and
I
thing
will confirm.
before we're darkened?
25, 24, 23,
No, that was good.
22, 21, 20, 19, 18,
That's
17,
huge.
16,
That's what it is.
15, 14,
7 successes with 2 disadvantages.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
7 successes?
Yes.
2 disadvantages.
5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is end of that hour. Ended on Dark Side Tier 1. So, look, you guys are privateers, which is people that work for the Rebellion to raid Imperial supplies and send it to the rebels. So there's other people like you who probably are doing things that are much different than what you're experiencing because this seems to be atypical. Unfortunately, they don't have your skills or luck, or I don't really know what
Wow.
happens
They don't
to you
have our
guys.
skills or luck. They're like really doing
Really
badly.
bad. Look, that's why they're not full rebels. They're privateers. And so a group of them tried to raid a bunch of Imperial supply lines. Unfortunately, the Empire has pickets and other sort of ships that are used to protect are their supplies. And so all of those privateers thought they were going to have easy pickings, get some supplies to the rebels, which they desperately need because they've kind of failed on a lot of other stuff. All wiped out.
Oh dear.
Which I guess puts a premium on.
Dewback steaks. Oh my God!
Go back to the house. What are you doing? There's worth more than the item you're trying to get. So with that, starting now, we're going to reset the clock. So at this point, let me, again, for anyone who is unfamiliar, we're starting the third and final stage of this. This can go for any sort of amount of time. It could be literally 10 minutes from now. It could be 30 minutes from now, a week. It can go on.
2 months.
See you in April. So because it's not a definitive time, you don't know when it's going to end. So at that point, before, we will still end the clock, and we'll end it in that tier, but you don't know when it's going to happen. So it's a little bit of a surprise. So
And it's over. It just happened.
reset, and see you guys next week. Has
Has that ever happened?
it's happened kind of. There was one that was like 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I don't think that's going to be the case tonight.
No, definitely not.
So unfortunately for you guys,
Yes.
as the galaxy,
affect us.
you feel a shift in the force as
That
these
kind.
rebel privateers are being murdered in space and sucked into the cold vacuum. You feel a shift in the force, and now everything you roll. It was great to have those advantages. Now everything you roll will have just one slight disadvantage.
Okay.
And that's fine. That's
Disadvantage,
fine.
not failure,
Not a
disadvantage.
Yep.
So are we, the +1 success is gone now?
It's
Correct.
gone.
That's history, and now
Yep.
it is 1 disadvantage to everything.
We're starting off on
And
the
that
right
was
foot.
seven successes.
Yeah.
This guy's having no more
Did he
babies.
kill people that weren't even in the room?
Yeah, I did. His future babies.
Yes! I grab his little testicles and I squeeze them like grapes in my large, furry paws. And the look on his face is one of bewilderment. And all he can muster to breathe out of his voice is, "Why?" As I rip them off and move them towards his throat.
It's a literal stroke.
Is literally to the throat.
I put your testes here and then rip your throat out and then drop all of that goo.
So as you grab it and you hear the flesh tearing as they pull out, and the look of just, it's like it's still processing what's happening. Like the pain receptors haven't fully connected to the brain yet.
He's just like, yeah, okay. And then it kicks in a second later.
And then it's, as they're coming up
yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
to eye level, you're starting to see the synapses fire. And just in the amount of time as you take them and you squish them against his throat, and then rip his throat out, is gurgling, falling backwards. Clearly, he's been scrot-to-throated. What is the verb?
Has to affect the other 3 men in the room. That has to affect them. What they just saw. They are
I think
changed.
it's gonna affect Cool Blue too.
Yes. Cool Blue faints.
In fact, I think I'm like, what the hell? Just
Somehow you know just from the noise
Right.
what happened, and you go, oh.
Yeah. And I'll go, he didn't even need his axe.
Yes.
So the other three see this happen, and the determination in their eyes sets in that whoever you just killed was a dear friend of theirs, and now they're very angry.
That was not the effect.
On the other hand, Cool Blue starts throwing up.
Okay.
So he will lose his turn,
Okay.
and the three of them are now coming at you.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, crap. Okay.
I thought this was going to be a, like, they were traumatized by seeing someone lose his manhood, not a, we're going to go try to murder this
They
cat.
must have seen Lord Darth Vader do something awful.
That is true.
I am going to turn one of my difficulty dice into a positive dice for this. So now this is the reverse. So I'm locking in one of my difficulty, adding this to green. So you can now in turn your boost into a setback for me if you wanted to for this roll. Just bring it out. Okay.
We're locked in. That's fine.
Okay, so the first two that are on the side are trying to like come at you, but it's difficult because you're a big 9 foot tall creature. So they're trying to punch at you, and you just are moving with it with your, what was it? Cat Pereira? What was your name?
Capoeira.
Capoeira?
Capoeira. Yeah.
Capoeira. Yeah, I get it. Okay, perfect. But the one that was right next to the guy that you scrot-to-throated him comes at you and punches and makes contact with you. He only does 5 damage. And what is your soak?
5.
So fist contacts. So he makes a solid hit into your armor and just and you have that brief moment of, like, he punched something and then now regrets it very much as you both make eye contact of, oh shit, right? Going back to you.
I want to grab his face and throw him into the other two.
Okay. So go
Just palm it.
Yeah.
Just like that. I have
So
large
roll
palms.
your brawl. It's gonna be 2 again.
2 purple.
And you wanna lock anything in?
I will bring in the last boost we have.
Okay. You're locked in. I'm gonna add a challenge dice to this.
Oh man.
While you're rolling for that, you guys are in the cargo speeder. You're seeing what you can as you're waiting. One of the technicians pops his head in, and he's gonna do a quick search. Huh. And he starts to climb in kind of haphazardly into the speeder, walking in.
This is the guard.
This is one of the technicians that's
Technician.
outside. Curious, not seems to be alarmed, just like, what? And walking farther in
He's walking farther in.
to the speeder. Yeah.
So he's not inside yet.
He's at the front of the speeder coming in.
Right, so he's at the front, so he's not at the same...
He's at the, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
He is at the back.
Got it, okay.
You guys, we're gonna wait for them to come in, so you
Yes,
are farther into.
further, yeah.
And this guy is peeks his head in, the back end of the cargo speeder, and then is coming into the shadows of the cargo speeder.
Which is where we are, basically.
Correct.
Right.
I was hoping it was going to be the guard. The technician will be missed by the other 3 technicians there. But I think we have no choice but to take them out.
No, exactly. I'm gonna wait for the technician to step into the shadows, and then I will actually use the vibro axe to catch him under the chin, and basically, and choke him out.
You're gonna choke him out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be a melee, because you're trying to use the weapon for it.
Melee.
And then, yeah, so, and Herb, what did you get?
A success with 2 disadvantages.
Okay.
So I grabbed his face and threw him.
So, and you, so you grab the man's face, right, the guard.
Yes.
And you're trying to,
Pick his body up by his head.
Yeah,
And,
and
chuck
throw
him
him.
into the other 2.
unfortunately, you sink a little bit too farther into his face, and as you're throwing him, like, the whole face comes off.
It happens.
So you just ripped off his face, and so the body just collapses
Great.
and rolls over to the...
But then I throw a skin flap onto the other 2.
you can try, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I attempted to do.
Yeah.
So how do they react to this skin flap face that's bloody?
Make them react.
This
Yeah.
would be the most terrifying thing I would have ever seen as one of these guards. Throat to throat, rip your face off, throw it at the other 2.
Yes. This isn't your father's
So
style.
they take pause and start to back up.
Yes. That's all I wanted.
Cool Blue,
No.
but maintains his composure.
They slip on his puke.
Good. So pause that. So then you're trying to we're jump cutting all over this action. We're
Sure we are.
Okay.
episode 1ing it from there to there. So
I've got 3 ranks in melee. So that I roll that again.
oh, and it's 2 purple.
2 purple.
Sorry, I thought I gave you. That was my bad.
2 purple, and then I will throw in a boost as well.
Yes.
Just one.
Boss.
Just one,
Okay.
because
Yes.
we still need to get to
Yes.
these guys over here.
Boss.
Yeah.
All right, I am locked in.
Okay.
So, real quick.
Oh no.
Oh, no, no.
Heard you threw the face flaps at the 2 other guards, and they start to back up. They're so transfixed on the fact that Steve's face is now on one of their
Poor
shoulders.
Steve.
They're very focused on, again, the 9-foot tall cat creature that's able to do this, that they fail to hear the as a blaster hits one of them in the back. Not the guy who has it on his, but the other one crumples forward. So now this guy is stuck in between the two of you. So he turns around
And he still has the face on his shoulder.
and is running towards Cool Blue. He stopped going for you. But before we do that, so as we're cutting back.
All right, 2 successes, but 3 disadvantages.
Okay. So you go to capture this person, and you successfully grab him and pull him out of the shadow. You come out of the shadows, grab him, and use this thing to race him. And you successfully do it without him making a sound or being aware. The only problem is the force that you use to grab him and capture him. He's the technician, and he's not as burly as maybe some of the other people. You hear a snap, and he's definitely not going to be making any sound because you've accidentally broken his neck.
Mission accomplished. It's handy.
Yes.
And I assume that's what she was trying to do, and she's just badass.
I'm down for that. Yep,
Okay.
they're Imperials.
Yep. So, over as you do this, you're both hearing, oh God, no, of your comms. As Cool Blue, it's Cool Blue's choice.
Stripes, is Herg still alive?
Oh God, yes, he's killing everyone.
Where are you?
We're at the oh God, hold on. And this is a guy now coming to tackle him, so he's just. And as this guard is charging, bull rushing, Cool Blue Stripes, he does end up slipping in the puke and just kind of colliding into Cool Blue. So now he's no longer able to fire at him, but they tangle down in a mess of throw up, faces, and the blood that's still seeping from his face from the original scar. So you just hear, and there's nothing. Captain, you're hearing all of this on your comms.
Yeah,
You're moving through the base.
Yep.
And you get to a point where there's a map, kind of like a layout of different sectors in the base, like a power grid almost,
Right.
showing like all systems are green. So far, everything looks like no one is alarmed of anything that you can see.
Okay. All right. Cool Blue?
Not picking up.
Herg?
Can I pick up, or am I in the middle of something?
You're kind of caught in
Oh,
this, but
that's-
you can.
Captain, yes, I'll be with you in one moment. I have to take care of something.
Okay. What's going on?
Fight.
Sounds about right.
Roll for perception.
What's the difficulty?
It's going to be 3.
Then I'm going to take 2 boosts.
Nice. Nice.
2.
Okay. As you're rolling that, remember, yes, you have the one disadvantage. You guys now cover the body of this technician in your speeder. And the plan is to do what now?
Oh, the crates are there any crates? We can stuff them in the compartment.
Yeah, I'll stuff in the
Just in
compartment.
case somebody looked. If we get out of here,
Yeah.
someone's going to.
Stuffing him into the meat locker? Wait.
No,
The
into
meat
the
thing's gone. Where I was hiding.
That's right.
Compartment.
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so you, with really no care at all, you shove him into it. Yeah.
roll the body in there.
Yeah.
Just care not to make too much noise. That's it.
Yeah.
I got 1 fail with 3 advantage.
Okay.
If someone could give us directions to the detention center, we could try to get out of here.
Stripes, pull yourself together. Herg, are you? What's your situation?
He's tangled in this fight.
Cool.
So we're gonna real quick. So as you are examining this thing, kind of taking a mental note of the layout of the map, right? So you're now kind of as quickly as you can absorbing all this information that you see and processing it from your location and what you know. you're so transfixed on it that you don't feel, you don't see the person approach you from behind until they're right there. But now you sense that someone is standing right behind you, and you hear a female voice say, "Are you looking for something?"
I was just looking at the layout of this base. I haven't been here before. Just observing.
You're still just staring at it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Pause. Cut to back to Herg. We'll just finish this off.
I want to leap on this guard and throw him off of Stripes.
Okay. So roll for your brawl.
Fantastic. What's the difficulty?
2. But it's a natural setback because he's tangled up with Cool Blue.
I'll use the last boost.
Do it.
And you're locked in. I will add a challenge.
Jedi moment.
Yes! Get out of here. This turns into this, and this goes away. And then this goes away. And then this happens here.
Yep.
So then these go away, but this turns into this.
So you get a triumph and a success.
So you have a success and a
Triumph.
triumph.
He just picks up the body and rips it in two.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what happens next.
Yes.
Paint the scene.
Okay. You know what I haven't done in years? It's a good old-fashioned spine removal. I haven't done that.
It's like Mortal Kombat.
I'm going to finish him. He had a chance to run away. After seeing his friends
He's just laying on it.
destroyed, his friend's face was on his shoulder, warning him, run away! And instead he chose to attack. If he didn't go after Stripes, I was going to grab him and say, run, leave this planet, change your name, live your life, never come back. But now instead I'm going to remove his fucking spine. He's on Stripes and they're struggling.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab him right here from the back. And with my claws, reach in, grab his spine, and yank it out. So he folds into an accordion.
You know, you feel a sudden energy that's that you're tapping into. You don't know why, but you feel some sort of animalistic warrior connection that is traced back to all of your species. You don't know why, but you feel that in this moment, somewhere something triumphant has happened.
I hear a jaguar yell.
And you just shove this hand into it, and Cool Blue is on the bottom, just as you pull it out, straight up Predator style, and then kick the body accordions in.
It's like this. As I pull the spine out, his body folds.
You get these props.
His body folds.
That one we can thank
But
Audrey for.
as I pull it out, I go into this direction off of Cool Blue. So his body falls into a
Yeah.
fold of skin and blood and muscle
Yeah.
and the remaining bone in that corner.
Yes.
So it's... And I'm holding it. Mm-hmm. And I go... Togoria! Togoria! I drop it. Stripes, are you okay? I reach out my hand to get up, get up.
The strangest example of patriotism.
You yank him off from the ground. He is covered in his own throw up. Multiple people's
Blood.
blood and organs.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
And he looks at you. He looks around at everything. And he throws up one more time.
And like Groot, I turn around smiling and I say, Captain, where are you? We are fine.
I can't respond because there's this other officer. Maybe I haven't actually
You haven't
looked to
turned
see
around.
who it is.
She must be in trouble.
Herg, where are you?
What the hell is going on?
Caleb, Ayo, they tried to put me in a prison and I declined. I am in their detention center.
Do you still need your axe?
No. You can hold on to it a little bit longer.
Would you like your axe?
Always.
Where are you?
We're looking around to see if we can find any sort of location or signifier. or
You know that you're in the
markings.
detention center, and you
Detention
know
center.
kind of how you got there. So,
Yes.
having left the hangar bay, it would have been going to the left.
I start relaying all this information
And you've
to
taken
Ayo.
taken care of all the guards without them hitting any alarms?
Here, yes. On the way, I don't know.
Impressive.
So you take a left, you go forward 8 clicks, take a right, go forward 2 clicks, go left, go straight, go down the
Clicks
stairs.
is a different word of measurement in Tagorian.
Yes,
Okay.
it means yards.
Very small pace.
Very small.
It's good, we can get there faster.
80 clicks, and then 1,200 clicks. And I relay all the information. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, now that we have that information, we
Got
should
it.
head over there.
Let's go.
I mean, so we're going to attempt to stealthily. We've got one guard, so if we can exit the speeder and go to the
Left?
because the
Left.
right there are 3 technicians. The left there's a guard, so we know that he's here. You didn't see that, so I'm relaying that. So there's a guard there. We need to go to the left.
Okay.
You had to leave left out of the hangar to get to me. Perfect.
That's exactly.
So as you're formulating your plan, Captain Killar, you're
Yes.
still staring at this thing.
I'm going to turn to see who it is who's snuck up on me.
You turn around, and I don't know, you're fully expecting it or not, because as you turn around expecting maybe someone, taller or whatnot, it's a relatively short woman, probably about like 5'4",
Okay.
in an Imperial, science officer's
Oh.
outfit.
How short? All are welcome. Go into the light.
So, I
It's our contact.
don't know if you had all meant to follow the rules exactly as you should have or not, but your team is making quite a mess in the base. I suggest we go get them, Captain.
I was planning to use that as a diversion in the event that I needed to. But if you are indeed a contact of someone who has an affinity for rather unfashionable eyewear.
Roll your charm.
Okay.
Yes.
It's going to be 2 purple.
2.
And do you want to lock any of yours in?
Yeah, I'm gonna take. You know what? Let's take a boost. And a.
Take that ability, too.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the ability.
Okay.
I'll take the ability.
While you're rolling that, so you guys are in here, you're formulating, you kind of have a general idea of where you need to go to get to
Yes, to get the detention.
the
center.
detention center. But you know, as been relayed, there's a guard there in the way. So the plan is to do what exactly?
Well, from what we can see, does it look like we'd have a chance to? I mean, he's staring directly at us, so we have no choice but to blast him from here.
It was a
or-
quick glance that you saw. Again, you guys kind of peeked out and then retracted back into the speeder. But there's
Bless you.
plenty of equipment and vehicles and such that maybe you could use it as cover to maneuver your way through the hangar. It's a guard at the other end, so you didn't really get a chance to see how intently he is looking at.
Can we use our own vehicle as cover? Meaning, is he towards the back end, which is open? We could close the doors, go through the. Well, we're already in the shadows, so we don't need to close the doors. We could go through that window to the front and go out the front if that would block the view.
He would still hypothetically be looking You don't know what is positioned in front of the land speeder or the cargo speeder at this point, so you don't know if there would be anything blocking it, so you could poke your head out and look to see.
I think we have to do that, though.
Okay.
We have to see what we can use. So let's do that. Does one of us have better? What are we using for that?
So you're actually just
Perception?
going to use your stealth
I have
for this.
Stealth.
Because you're poking, you're
Give me
going to
stealth.
automatically see it.
You.
So
Please do.
2 purple, and then whatever that is. And then, did you want to lock any in?
I'm gonna throw in a boost because I just want to get the hell out of the speeder.
Yep. Cool. So I'll let you do that. And now I'm locked in.
2 success, 5 advantage.
Yes, he does tend to wear that atrocious eyewear. Randall said that you guys were going to be coming a few days ago,
Oh my
and it
goodness.
seems like it's taken you a while, but you're here. He said that you're coming, so if you don't mind, there's much work that we need to do, and unfortunately your friends have made it rather difficult to get down into the catacombs without being alerted at this point.
I see. Lead the way.
Excellent. Follow me. And she starts to walk down the hall, heading towards like a different area of the base.
Okay. I'm gonna follow her, but I'm gonna contact Herg.
Captain.
You might want to make yourself scarce. I think that they may be onto us soon.
We must meet. Where should we collect ourselves?
I'm not sure. I've rendezvoused with our contact here.
Do you require assistance, or should the rest of us hide?
I'm all right for right now. Hide until I give you a further update on where to meet.
Understood.
Io, Caleb,
Yes.
Right here.
copy.
Yes.
Copy.
You should hide until I have an update.
So stay in the speeder.
Well,
Or should we meet with Herg somewhere?
if you can rendezvous with Herg and find some place for yourselves to hide, but don't stay anywhere near those prisons. I think that the trouble that Herg's caused is not going to go unnoticed for much longer if it hasn't been detected already.
Herg, can you find somewhere for us to rendezvous with you?
Yes, I can try. Stripes, we must hide.
Yeah. Okay. So you're
I'm following her.
following her. You guys roll for that stealth?
Yes. For success.
Perfect. So you poke your head out and you're looking around, and it seems like the land speeder is parked. The cargo speeder is parked where there are crates and boxes blocking your view from the guard at the opposite end and getting out that front door. So in theory, you can get out the door and have some level of coverage to then move forward. And it seems like, as far as you know, no one's seen it.
Okay. Then we go for it.
I agree. Tired of staying inside this speed.
I've been in here the whole episode. So we get out.
Okay.
We leave the damn speeder and we use our coverage to our advantage.
Perfect. So you're both going to roll stealth.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
2 purple.
2 purple.
Why don't you take that boost?
Would you like to take that boost? Be my guest.
Sure, I'll take the boost. Ladies first. Are we
Gonna-
locked in?
I'm locked in as well.
All right. Okay.
So, heard you told Cool Blue that you need to find some place to move away from there.
Hide, yes.
Should we do anything with the bodies?
No, it's too messy.
Oh, thank God.
Leave them.
I think I saw a room that we can hide in as we were coming. Oh my God, I can't believe you ripped off that guy's face. He says,
Do you remember when I grabbed that man's testicles and I moved them? I somehow moved them up his body as if they were a zipper to his throat, and then I pop them with his throat.
You didn't know that could be anything left in his stomach.
You were on the other side. You didn't see that. All you saw was me scratch his front, but that's what had happened. Oh, God. Oh. I still think I have a little bit of... Get rid of any evidence, Dirt. Make sure you didn't step in anything because there'll be footprints.
He starts like wobbling his way away from...
Stripes.
No,
Stripes.
like, I saw him, we need to...
Okay,
I can't...
let's go.
Stealth rolls for...
I had success with a disadvantage.
3 success with a disadvantage.
Okay. So, you open the door, and you're moving through the crates, slowly trying to time guards' footsteps, the technicians, I should say. And you're moving up to the point where you are right at the edge of the last barrier of cover from you and the guard.
Okay, so we made it there.
You've made it, yes.
I'm waiting for those disadvantages to show there.
They don't necessarily...
Not necessarily.
As far as you are aware, you have made it stealthily to this crate.
Are we able to see which direction we need to go from there? Have we
It's-
established that with? It's just one way to go.
It's one way to go from this end. There's an opposite side of the hangar, but
Can we see the guard? Do we need to peek again?
you,
to
you
if
can
he's
see him, and he seems to just be standing there.
looking And hasn't seen us. And how far is the gap? Is it something that's feasible? If he's not looking, we'll do it, or is it?
Yeah,
obvious?
yeah. It's probably it's a medium distance away.
Well, then let's go for
I'm
it.
just gonna go for it. I'm fast.
Go for it, meaning
I'm gonna try to clear him.
You're gonna try to run fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pass
I'm gonna
him.
stay low. Well, he's on the other side, right? Am I right? He's not in this area, right?
it's
He's here.
if you are there and
Yeah.
I am the guard, you're on that side, and you're trying to get to the floating space behind me.
We have to go past you.
Yes.
Oh, we need to take him out.
Okay, then I'll run past him and then use the blunt edge of this vibro axe and
That's
and
the
knock him
quietest method we have, right?
as I'm running, so there's extra force behind it. That's my plan. I just want to leave.
He's gonna likely. Will he see you likely? So should I distract him quickly?
No, just make
we
us
got him.
fast.
All right.
He's gonna see us either way,
Yeah.
so we might as well take him out as he does.
All right. And I will take my blaster out and aim it so that in case something goes wrong, I'm ready to respond.
Okay. So you're running to check this dude in the face with the not pointy end of the vibro
With a not
axe.
pointy end, yes.
And you are prepared, gun at the ready, in case something goes wrong. Okay,
Yes.
so go ahead and roll.
Roll our
You're gonna do, since you're using the weapon, you're gonna do melee.
melee. All right. Waiting for this. Okay. All right, and
And you're gonna have one setback
one setback.
because you're
Running
running
straight at him,
him
yeah.
and you're just booking it. And it's only gonna be 3 purple.
3 purple. I'm locked in.
Oh,
Because-
you're locked in, you say.
Because I would like to not. I
Yeah.
would like to not be
the
locked
force
in.
is not very strong.
but-
with us
I'm gonna add a
now.
purple to
I'm
that.
gonna add a purple to
I'm
that.
gonna add
All
one
right.
purple to that.
Okay.
I
Moment. Okay. All right.
4 tonight.
I think that everyone has rolled a triumph
Yep.
at some point tonight.
Okay.
Except me.
Too bad.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I got 2 failures, 2 disadvantages, but I used the force to pick him up and then throw him against the wall. But he saw me.
Clearly triumph. Okay. So, you go to clock this guy. And as you're charging at him, he sees you. So you go to swing at him, and it misses.
Okay.
But then, just reflecting, you turn on the vibro axe and spin it back around. So it's as you were trying to hit him with this, and just looking behind you, you turn and you just start to go back up at him.
This?
Yeah,
Okay,
so, as in, like, you almost did one of those, you stab him from behind.
Got it.
But
Okay.
instead of just stabbing him, you take the axe and you spin it up. But as you're doing it, you hear this. The vibro axe seems to turn off as you've taken him out. You've missed the first attack, spun it around, hit him, but it no longer is vibrating.
Okay.
Did he get taken out though?
You got taken out.
Died?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as you turn around, you see that you've did a partial scrot to throat.
Okay.
Scrot up,
Baby steps.
but
Yeah.
it cut out, so now there's just the vibroax is kind of stuck in his chest.
Okay. I turn around, and grab the opposite grip, and off. That's my only option right now.
Okay.
I don't care.
So you kick the body off. You saw, so as you were watching her run, you were prepared. You saw this unfold as the body is now kicked off, and it's clearly been almost severed it in two, but not. So its body just slumps against the wall and slides down. Clearly taken care of, but
Have any of the technicians noticed?
as far as you can tell, everything seems normal in the facility.
And I'm going to follow
Let's
across
go.
that gap.
Let's go.
And if we need to pull the body into the shadows, then I'll do that. Depending on the placement, I don't know where the body is. So
Well,
if there's
it's
somewhere we
if the gate, if the doorway, if you're running at the doorway and the body's off the side, you could grab the body and drag him away. He's been severed in up the middle, so there's some level of evidence if you're trying to drag
The
the
word you're
body.
looking for is in
Absolutely.
twain.
Yeah, in twain.
Twain.
Let's leave him. Let's leave him. There's
Okay.
going to be blood everywhere no matter what.
Let's go.
Okay. And so you're moving now through the directions
The
that
set
are
of
given
directions we were given, yes.
The exact amount of clicks.
Yes.
For a
There
cat.
was 8 and 1,004. But you're maneuvering your way through. It's Herg, Cool Blue has led you to like it looks kind of like a storage locker, opens up and he's like, I saw this. Some running towards one of the buckets that's in there. He's like, let's just hold up here.
Poor Cool Blue.
Captain,
Yes.
you're walking with this person that you've met.
Yes.
And as you're walking, and she's in front of you, she stops slowly, matches your speed, and act casual. The commander of the base comes out a side door. Commander Warren and starts walking towards both of you, slightly confused. What's going on here? Commander, it's great to see you. I was just taking the lieutenant here on a stroll. I was going to show her some of the artifacts that we pulled out from underneath in the ruins.
Yes, I was so fascinated by the site you showed me earlier. I came looking for you. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to explore the base, and that was when I was fortunate enough to encounter your science officer here.
Charm it up.
What is it?
3.
Okay.
And unless anything happens,
Oh, I have a question. So because I have my kill them with kindness, which anytime I do a charm check removes a black dice, can I remove that?
Yes.
I mean, but the thing is, it's technically just an automatic disadvantage. We were just representing it with a black dice, but I thought I'd ask.
I'll allow it.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
I'm locked in because I don't have anything else.
Cool. I'm gonna add
gonna add a black dice.
purple to this.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
Quickly.
Okay, I got 3 failures with an advantage.
I
So
don't.
I failed, but the other lady, she helps me out.
I don't think that you should be showing her anything that we pulled from down below, Science Officer Januzi. Actually, I have jurisdiction on this, and I am going to take them, I'm going to take her
Seems like a bad
exactly
slip there.
where I want to, Commander. And she just starts walking. Come.
Do excuse me.
And I follow after her.
As you walk past, the look on the commander's face is troublesome to you because it looks like he's. And starts to walk back to his office in that direction. We must hurry. We cannot wait any longer. We must meet your friends. Let's pick up the pace?
Yes.
Short little person running. So, Io and Caleb, you're maneuvering as best you can through these hallways and the distractions you have. Do your stealth both one last time.
Okay.
Oh, there's one boost.
Plus 3.
Time's up.
And no.
Okay.
2 purple.
2 purple.
Grab that. I grab the boost because our
Take the
time's
boost.
up, right?
Yeah,
So.
take the boost.
Well, it's not
Oh, and what, 2 purple?
time thing.
And then I'm adding 1 purple to both of you.
1 extra purple. All
Yep.
right.
Okay, you got this.
That was just her trying to make it worse in our
Okay,
favor.
well,
Oh, that's not bad.
This, no, it's not bad. So this turns into what is this? Advantage.
Yeah,
So get rid
yeah.
of this. All right. Oh,
you
plus
get that one too?
that
Yeah.
gets rid of that. All right, cool. Get rid of that. Let's
That gets rid of
these
that,
two
yeah.
here. Let's get rid of this.
Nothing. Is that
nothing.
nothing? That's a fail.
And nothing.
And I got 2 advantages.
But no.
Nothing else.
Okay.
It's a technicality.
So you come around the corner and you're trying to, again, peek your way through.
Just
see
that
something.
first corner?
No. This is you
Okay, I was
move
gonna-
yourself into the
We're
base.
going to be here for the next 3 days.
You're moving into the base, and you hear sounds. You're trying to find some sort of cover, hide behind something. And as you're there's nothing there. It's just a hallway. So you're hiding within the door.
Yeah.
Well, but it won't open. And 2 Imperial officers, or I'm sorry, 2 army soldiers move by and stop, and see 2 aliens, and they pull out their guns.
Well,
No. They're with me. Troopers, please put your guns down. There's no need. They are the new. We have need for them in the mines, and please put it away.
do the best to hide my blaster, which I think was still out.
I
I know, there's not much.
can't even.
can
I'm
become
not
that.
even going to attempt to hide it.
You hear this voice, and it's very though it's kind of very quiet and controlled. It has enough weight to instantly stop the troopers from doing anything. They turn, and you see this strange, small, little woman in a Imperial Science uniform, being trailed shortly behind by the captain.
Okay.
Okay, well, we are going to have to report this to the commander, of course, but if they're with you, then I guess send them down to the mines. I thought we closed off the mines after the incident, but if you've reopened it, you're the boss. So, and then they start to walk away.
Okay.
But you see them communicating because they have walking off down the hallway. I know we just met, and there's no time for formalities, but you need to move your ass with me, and we need to get out of here right now.
You said the magic word. You said move. Let's go.
So as you trail behind this woman who's very, though demeanor is small, she walks with confidence. As she's heading towards farther into the base, she stops. I'm sorry, how many of there were you? And where are the rest of them?
There's only us 5.
I was told 6. Strange. You sure there was not 6 of you?
There used to be.
And then there used to be again, but we're not entirely sure what happened to that other girl.
Yes. Interesting. That's right.
Suffice to say,
Pushes
5
a
of us
button.
made it here.
She's got like a terminal. And do you have your friends? Where do you know where they're at?
We're trying to get to them.
Herg, where are you?
I am in a storage closet.
Can you
Where?
give us more details than that?
Yes, it is near the detention center. About 8,000 clicks.
He says they're in a detention center.
40 miles away from the detention center.
In a storage closet.
Yes, I think I know the one. Follow me.
We follow.
She leads you to. I think, young man, would you mind opening the door? I've heard. Would you just mind opening the door?
No problem. I'll open the door.
You see your companions, and you also see Cool Blue, who is kneeled over a bucket.
Do not worry, this is not my blood.
Okay. I reunite Herg with the extension of himself.
Yes.
As
Cool Blue, what the hell's going on with you?
You don't want to know. So much blood. Oh no. So many body parts. There's.
This is our contact. We don't have much time.
You feel reconnected with your Vibrax, and yet something about it does feel slightly off, as you have been so used to it for so long.
Does not turn on.
Does not turn on.
There was a guard back there.
Yes. Male. 38 years of age. Unhealthy. Good work.
I partially did your signature move.
Yes.
I got it up to about right here.
I am
Right here at the
proud.
midsection.
I am tearing up. I am proud. It's beautiful.
I've been watching you. Baby steps, step by step.
All right, I'm glad you guys are having this bonding moment, but what exactly is going on here?
I can't explain. We need to leave right now. But I'll explain more once we get down into the catacombs. But wait, you said there was a 6th, yes?
I said there used to be.
When you mean used to?
He left.
Oh, good. Okay, good. There was also a
Is that right?
Zabrak with you, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Virgo. She left this morning.
Oh, that one too.
What was the name?
Virgo.
Virgo.
That's right. Excellent. Well, we'll all be together very soon. And starts to walk off farther into the base.
Okay,
We follow.
after her.
As you're maneuvering through, again, you're all trying to take mental notes of
Where we're
where
going,
you're
of course,
but
naturally.
she's leading you farther and farther into this mountain, and you're starting to understand the scope and size of this base, that you were experienced just a small element of it in the front. But as you're winding farther, you're starting to, it's difficult because you're inside a mountain, but you're feeling yourself moving farther and farther in as like the temperature gets a little bit colder. Finally, she stops. She's like, I just need to collect one thing, and then we'll move downstairs. The door opens up, and you see a very familiar Zabrak there. I'm not going to do a British accent.
Okay.
Virgo.
Virgo, you're here.
Guys made it. I decided to recon, and then decided to move in, and then made contact. And really, what I was just going to say is, what took you guys so long? And next time, maybe don't wait. You guys kept saying you're the best, and I snuck in by myself. I'm just saying, I didn't kill anybody, and you guys did, and I got in, and I met the contact, and well, I just.
So we are better than you because we killed many people.
Okay, so we just need to. Happy reunion. I'm glad that this is a thing that you do, and everyone is the camaraderie. I feel it. Synergy is very good. Note to self: synergy is not very good. But we really need to go. I can explain everything once we get inside, but there's no time because you've kind of escalated everything rather quickly. So, just now that we're all together, and we will go. Follow me. She starts leading you through the base, and as you are moving through, again, very confidently, but you, Captain, you start to see a change. From before, it was a lot of Army personnel, and Navy personnel, and technicians, and the crew, but as you're moving farther and farther in, you're starting to see security, and the military presence is a lot heavier. You're seeing stormtroopers, you're seeing shadow troopers, you're seeing people that are, and some sort of operation is going on, much, much more than you realized before.
All right.
And she finally leads you to a large elevator. And there's two things that are guarding this elevator that you've never seen before, but they look like giant combat robots with heavily armed. And they just look down and they scan. Clearance accepted. And the door opens up. Don't mind them. They sent some of these. They're called Dark Troopers. I don't know why they. Well, I know why they sent them. I'll explain more. We should follow me. And she leads you into, or she walks into the elevator.
All right.
It all will make much more sense very soon. I promise. I hope it will make sense. Follow me.
Well, this elevator ride seems as good a time as any for you to fill us in on exactly what's going on here.
We don't have the time. Really, please, come with me. We will go there for bringing them to the mines.
All right. We'll go after her.
And as you walk inside and the doors close, you start lowering down into these catacombs. Unsure of what to expect, unsure of who your new contact and really what to make of him. Reunited as everyone. And with that, we're going to end today.
Hey.
Cool.
I'm going to give Virgo a piece of my mind when I get the chance.
I'm gonna write that as a
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a tier 1, baby.
I gotta turn my computer back on because there's still a chance that maybe
No.
tier 1. Wow, we hit all the tier 1s. This is perfect. So you guys feel a shift in the force.
And we get an advantage to all scrote to throat next time.
So, all throughout the galaxy, Rebels and Imperials are engaging each other in different combat actions. One of the most popular Rebel things is hit and run, so a bunch of starfighters come in, hit a target and move out. But sometimes they engage Imperial ships. So with that, Rebel Squadron moved into a sector. Sorry. And they engaged the Imperials. And then from that, they were able to not only destroy the supplies, they also wiped out the fighter squadron, gaining the Rebels crucial experience, the pilots. So now the Rebels are slowly building up an ace squadron. So the people that survived this were able to move on, and they're slowly building up a reputation within the Rebel Alliance. So with that said, tier 1 light side, dang it, and you guys will have, actually I'm just gonna move this, hold on. +1 advantage now.
All right.
Right.
Phew! Ooh.
I'll take it.
Feel a shift in the force.
I think we're gonna
There's
need that.
disturbance
You'll
in
need
the
it.
force, the good kind.
Yes. Well, look. Real talk. Splitting the party is never difficult whatsoever.
We didn't have a choice, did we? I guess.
No.
You did, yeah.
I mean, we could have tried to go in guns a-blazing, but that
that
seems
would've
bad. There
been-
was an AT-AT Walker. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
this
Although-
was a pretty good plan.
We were
Worked out-
rolling a lot of Jedi moments tonight.
Worked out pretty okay.
Yeah.
There's some bodies that are still up there.
Listen, it's all in the name of the greater good.
Yep. Yeah. But with that said,
We're all back together now.
I'm having trouble accessing
that last-
Streamlabs. It happens. Happened last week as well.
Yep.
But anyway, thanks everybody for all the tips.
Yeah.
Bits.
Yeah, thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
We'll try to get this working and maybe read off a bunch of donations from the past few episodes maybe next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Get it working.
Yeah.
Because we do really appreciate
Yep.
everyone
100%.
contributing. Tomorrow, tune in for, we have Krillin Super at, actually, first of all, tune in to Masters of the Metaverse.
Yeah.
That one always escapes my mind because it's not present here
Yep.
on Saturdays.
Yep.
It's up in Seattle.
And it's relatively new, right?
It's very
It is
new.
new.
So I got in the hang of not thinking about
Mm-hmm.
before Krillin Super, but we now have a show before Krillin Super,
Yeah.
Masters of the Metaverse. Real cool show that starts at 3 p.m. Then at 5:30 Pacific, we have Krillin Super, our Dragon Ball Super after show with Danny and Iffy. And then right after that, we have Ready to Ramble. Yeah. And that will conclude
Tomorrow's festivities.
programming. We do not have Chunky Salsa, as Malika is celebrating her birthday.
Nice.
Up in Portland right
Yep.
now.
There you go.
Cool.
Malika, some Twitter love.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Malika.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Cool. So from my end, thank you guys as always. This is the highlight of my week. Really looking forward to next week. Yeah.
Erica's going to be back?
Erica's gonna be back.
Back, sweet.
You can hear all about how she snuck into that base.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I cannot
Super
wait.
Yeah.
good. It's quite entertaining. And I guess real quick, where people can find you on the internet. I'm sure it was on the board the whole time. What do you do and where people can find you? Hector.
Check me out at Hector is Funny and listen to the new episode of the Nickelodeon Animation Podcast, which came out today featuring the cast of the new show from Butch Hartman, who created The Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom. It's called Bunsen is a Beast, and you've got the cast and Butch Hartman talking about a brand new show, and they're great. So check out that podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I am Kim Cannon. That's Kim with a Y. I actually have Jedi powers in real life, and you can find me at Kim Cannon on all my social.
Nice. Yeah, I'm Keith Silverstein. You can find me on Twitter at SilverTalkie, Talkie. And I should be live tweeting tomorrow night for, if you guys watch Toonami at all, I'll be following along with Gundam Unicorn, JoJo's Bizarre
all the
Adventure.
Toonami
and,
shows
and- yeah, well, not quite all of them. I'm working on it, though. And Hunter x Hunter.
All right,
so.
all right.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You gotta
so
get
come-
in some of that Dragon Ball action.
I know, huh?
and then you'll officially be in all of it. I'm Emma Fife. I can be found all over the internet at my name, Emma Fife. I'm sure there's a lower third, so just go there, and there I will be.
And I'm your GM, Bert, and I want to say to everyone out there, light side or dark side, may the force be with you.
Especially if you're light side.
Particularly.
Or dark side.
That's better. If you know how Star Wars works.
We have cookies and things and Death Stars and
There's
then
also
another
light
Death
side
Star.
cookies. We've had them
And then-
several weeks in a row on
true.
this show.
It's true. I'm gonna bring just dark side cookies, and then there's at that point.
I see.
I'm gonna wave till I'm told we're done. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Friday. See you. Happy Saturday. See you next time.